Hello. Okay, cool, working, excellent. Sorry for the slight additional delay. I usually try to start only within like a minute or two of booting up the starting soon stream. I just completely forgot that Mania has a weird thing, at least by default or whatever, where because I've got the game on my main monitor, and then I've got you guys over on my side here for the chat and OBS and everything. And if I have to click out of Mania to like do something on the chat or in the stream or whatever, then the game like goes away. And then when I click back to it, like I can hear it, like I'm moving buttons and I can hear stuff happening, but like I can't see it, or it just crashes, like the game just closes. So I just had to fiddle a little bit. There was like a code I could enable in the mod manager. There was like disable background pausing. I think that fixed it now, because now if I move over here and start clicking on stuff, it doesn't break. This is not because of Pariah's video. I was actually going to stream this anyway today, but then coincidentally I woke up this morning, oh, Pariah uploaded the Sonic Mania video. Oh, well, that works. I can roll with that. Someone said I'm ugly. Hold on, let's go back to the... Wait, am I not in the game window? Now it's not reading my controller. Hold on. Sonic Mania. There we go. I don't want to exit the game. I just want to go back to the... Yeah, I just want to loop on... Wait, why did my webcam just move? What? How did that happen? What? I think my controller... I think Windows like read my controller as a... Wait, yeah, we're on my desktop? Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, that was really weird. Yeah, I think I was moving on my controller and it must have like bumped down a couple scenes on OBS and it went to my desktop scene thing. That is not what I was trying to do. I don't like that it can do that. I don't like that it can, like my controller can become like a mouse or keyboard. I didn't tell it to do that at all. I don't know how to turn that off. Had I gone down one more, it would have gone to the be right back screen. I would have been talking, been like, why can no one hear me? Yes, this opening is very, very good. It's a shame it's so compressed, unlike the in-game file. Like, it looks really low quality. Like, the bitrate is not very good. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't necessarily OBS's fault. This was like, because I noticed it before on Discord as well. I was like trying to click in Mania. I was like pressing buttons, wasn't doing anything. And I saw on Discord the little message box was like going down. So it thought I was like hitting enter because I was like hitting A on the controller. I'm like, I've never had my Xbox controller act as like a mouse and keyboard before. I don't know what the fuck I've done to like make it start doing that. So that was like my fault, whatever then, but still, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, why is it changing things? So yeah, I wanted to stream Sonic Mania anyway, because I haven't played it in a little while. Now it's not reading my... It's not... Hi, Pariah. It's not reading my fucking controller again. Oh, now we go. We got it back. Okay. How fun. There we go. God. Yeah, I haven't played Mania in a little while, like fully. Like, I've gone back to get footage for a few times for a few videos. But hadn't gone back to play like the whole game in a while. But this, yeah, I mean, I've done like everything in this game. I don't know if I've done much of the time attack actually. Maybe that's the one thing I haven't done a lot of. Well, apparently I've done it on every level. I probably only did it once. There was maybe like an achievement or something, and I probably went through. Is the game sound alright? Is it a little bit too loud? Or like, I don't know. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? For me, it sounds a little bit loud. It's good. Yeah, I mean, if I go in here, that should be like, yeah, just like tons of save files. I mean, like, and obviously I've played the game way more than this. It's because every time I go back to play it, I just have to like delete a save file and make a new one. Okay, volume sounds good. Cool. Oh, did they reset the leaderboards with Plus? Maybe there were like some I don't know, like bug fixes and things where they had to go like, well, we can't like keep that in. Time limit off, man. Don't need that shit on. I have the thing on to do insta shield and drop dash anyway, so I don't know when. This must have been. I must have just been like bored one day and was playing a bit. Yeah, I was also thinking I would like to stream Penny again. Like, I wouldn't mind doing another Penny's Big Breakaway stream, but maybe not doing Time Attack, just like playing the whole game through from start to finish. And I was thinking maybe next week I would stream, I'd either get back to Metroid Prime, like we could play, I wouldn't say finish, because I don't think I'd finish in one stream, probably 2 more streams. Play more of Metroid Prime, or I really want to stream Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is like the park building game. I don't think I've ever streamed that before. I haven't played it in a while. It just got another big DLC where they've added like the Megalodon into the game and a few other like cool species. I haven't bought it because I don't have a job right now. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm streaming. But I would like to play that game again, and I feel like it'd be very good for streaming because it's like a pretty, you know, low energy park building game. I can read the chat nice and easily. And yes, they did remove the donkey Easter egg for whatever reason. I'm guessing that was Sega being like, get rid of that. Which is lame. I remember when I first booted up this game and I saw that animation of the tornado like moving in perspective. I was like, holy shit, like what the... Like, as much as I'm like, oh man, it's the Sonic 3 opening again. Kind of lame, but like very impressive seeing that stuff. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, this is what I was like really hoping Origins would have been. Like, they had an optional like Mania mode where they updated all the visuals and music and stuff. Like, as an option, you can have the original version too. I just think that would have been fucking cool, you know, but they didn't do it. And yeah, I've got my I've got Steve's Sonic 3 color palette mod on, of course, because I can't play without it. I can't play with light blue Sonic. Oh my god, Ashman, 25 Canadian, thank you so much. Thank you, dude, 25 Canadian, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I think the 3 packs I wanted actually added up to $25, but I don't know if I was going to get all of them. I thought maybe I'd just get a couple. In all seriousness, glad to be able to catch this, looking forward to Sonic Rev. Me too, dude. I keep thinking about Sonic Rev. I'm very excited. Very looking forward to it. You know, let's explore a bit. Let's go this way. Thank you very much for the donations every stream. You don't have to do it. I feel bad sometimes of like, oh man, like it's great getting donations, but I kind of feel bad when it's like often from the same handful of people. I'm like, no, don't give like all your money to me. But thank you very much, of course. Oh, I just missed it. I was trying to bounce. There's the thing I talked about in the Penny video about 2D games, limited perspective, harder to see, all that stuff. The 3D Sonic video has still been doing, like the 3D Sonic Stagnation video has still been doing pretty good. Not quite as good as I was like hoping it would, but it's still, at the moment, it's still the best launch. Oh, it's just an Eggman thing up there, never mind. Still the best launch of any of my videos in this period of time that it's been out for, which is nice. But yeah, like, considering a lot of the feedback it's gotten of people saying, like, this video is, like, fucking awesome and shit, I'm like, there's that part of me that's still like, oh, I really want this to, like, I don't know, do, like, a big, like, 100k views, you know, like, a big deal kind of video, but I don't want to get too, you know, like, ahead of myself or expect too much, because YouTube's all just a messy game. But the feedback I'm getting from people is, like, this is, like, one of the next, like, big, important Sonic videos that I think everyone should be watching, akin to, like, a Sonic Spitball thing. And I'm very flattered by that. And when I, like, go back and watch it again and go, like, what did I actually say in this video? I kind of think, like, yeah, maybe it, like, I don't know, you know, I don't want to have, like, an inflated view of my own work. But I'm kind of like, yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? But especially as like, you know, I'm gonna be going to LA in like 3 weeks. I mean, I'll be in LA in 3 weeks, I think. And it would be nice to know that the video is still like doing really well in the background and like earning me like a little bit of revenue. Because also, sorry, I saw someone ask, where can I get Steve's color palette mod? It's gone. Yeah, so I think when Steve released it, people were just like pieces of shit to him about it for no reason. Like they thought he hated the game because he made Sonic's shade of blue different in a mod. Very strange. These are Sonic fans, so you know. So he removed it because people were just like, yeah, just like harassing him for it for no reason. I still have it though, so if you're in like my Discord or anything, I can just send it if you want. Oh, I missed my chance. Where in LA? I'm not going to be that specific. But, I mean, I'm staying with Steve at his place, as I always do. But, and I'll be there for Sonic Revolution. I joked about the idea of going to Anime Expo for that, like, shadow panel thing. Oh, fuck, I always forget the position of that zipline. That, like, Year of Shadow thing they're doing, where they're showing off the new animation or whatever. But I've heard Anime Expo's a nightmare. And yeah, all my friends were like, I don't know if we should go there. I feel like we should just watch the fucking little shitty panel at home. Which is probably what we're gonna do. But I did think like, oh, I'll still be there when it comes out. I know we could go to it, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to spin dash. Okay, at least, yeah, they have like an actual bonus stage now. What was it before? Wasn't it just more Blue Sphere? Oh, yeah. I have also played this game a ton, although I still don't think I'm sick of it. Shit. For me, if anything, it's probably like, you know, I still love the Sonic campaign the most because I just enjoy playing as Sonic the most out of like all the characters. You know, he's like the main campaign, and I really love the drop dash and the insta shield. But I do need to like get in the habit of playing as the other characters more, because I always just default to playing as Sonic again. I'm always like, no, I do want to play as like Mighty Ray, Tails and Knuckles as well. But I just always default to being Sonic. And that's probably like, I don't know, the one cool thing about Encore mode is that like, is that it like actually sort of makes you play as the other characters a bit, or it gives you like an easy way to switch between them. It's like a cool idea. Remember when Sonic Generations was coming out and they were saying like, yeah, you're gonna see like the caves of Green Hill Zone and shit or something. Ooh, so like new and crazy. And then they said like kind of the same thing for Mania, I think. And it was, everyone was like, huh? We're doing this again? No, I turned the speed up music off. It's just sped up stage music instead. I don't have a lot of mods running. I think it's just Steve's color palette mod, like the Sonic 3 color palette for Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3 checkpoints, so they're like the star posts, instead of the lamp posts. Because I always thought that was weird. I was like, why have we gone back to the lamps from Sonic 1 and CD instead of the star posts from 2, 3, and Knuckles? And Sonic 3 sound effects, I think, is the other mod, because I forget which ones Mania uses by default. I think it's like a mix of 2 and like maybe some from CD, or maybe that was in pre-release. And like pre-release it was using like the Sonic CD jump or something, and we were like, ugh, don't use that. But I don't think it does anymore, anyway. Hi, Emmy. Yeah, I'd say switching between levels like with it in Superstars is probably the best way to handle something like this. But then I guess, I don't know, it's a little tricky when you've got like someone like Knuckles who has like his own completely different level paths and shit. I'm barely even paying attention to going for the special stage rings. I completely like forgot. I've just been kind of racing through the levels and going like, oh right, special stages. I need to look out for those. Ow. A boss that actually uses the terrain to let you hit them? Don't be ridiculous. Oh god, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Sorry. Oh yeah, feel free to ask questions again like a minute or two afterwards if I haven't already answered them. I think Ashman asked my favorite 2D Sonic fan game. 2D fan game... Probably Sonic Galactic, like it's not done yet, but it looks cool as hell. And one of my friends is working on it as well. Like he wasn't originally working on it, I already liked the game before he started on it. But then he got involved for some of the 3D stuff. Chemical Plant again! My god, I'm like doing so bad. Not getting my Sonic flow. Yeah, I'm in a tricky spot with work at the moment of like trying to figure out what I want to do because I've got an offer to go back to a previous studio I worked at. Which wouldn't be like too bad actually. The project's pretty cool. I'm not sure about like a ton of other details, like pay and everything, but I'm hoping that'll also be good. And yeah, it's like a pretty cool project with dinosaurs and stuff. So I'm like, ooh, hey, I'll do that. Fuck, let's try and avoid that. But I'm still like trying to be open because it's not going to start for a while. Oh shit! No! We're not doing this. No! Fuck. Okay, hold on. Do they still have the dash panel over here? They do. There we go. Yeah, so it's like a pretty cool looking project. But yeah, it's more of the thing of like I wouldn't be starting for like a bit longer still, like not until August, and I'm kind of like, well, I kind of need something like a bit sooner than that. I mean, obviously, I'm going away to America in like 3 weeks, so I can't really stick around. But, you know, like a little bit of work now would be good. I didn't get a single special stage ring. What am I doing? And then, you know, hopefully something I could start at like right when I get back in July. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out like, do I accept that job, but then I'm kind of like locked into it? Or do I wait a little longer and maybe I'll get something back at like my previous studio that I was at, and it'll be sooner, and I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out what do I do, but I'm probably gonna have to go back to my old job, like my yeah, that old studio, and do the dinosaur thing. I don't really like this box that much. Boss. And yes, yay Rev. I'm excited. Hi Steve. Have I seen Neutronic Panic? I think I have. Sounds familiar. Like, I recognize the name. This is some of my favorite stuff with Mania, is like the way they add all this new shit into the old levels. Like, I still don't like that we have old levels, you know. I don't want that to be the thing for Sonic and, like, for this game. But, I like what they do with them. I still think the old levels manage to be really fun as like their own kind of wacky spin on things and like mixing and matching different parts of like other Sonic levels together. Don't get crushed. No, there's a ring over here. I seriously think the Mania devs could like make a really good 3D classic Sonic game, like after Penny and stuff. Like I think they've totally got it. Yes, this is your Sonic 3 mod, Steve. See, this is what I mean when I'm thinking like maybe I should play Jurassic World Evolution, because like it's playing a game like this and like Pizza Tower and stuff, it's like I can barely keep up with the chat. I feel like I need to put like some overlay over my main monitor or something. Like, I can only look over for like a split second. And yeah, these are still the best special stages in in like any Sonic game. I think I can't really think of any that rival this at the moment, officially anyway. They feel more, you know, they feel closer to Sonic's main gameplay, kind of, than all the other ones. They're less of like a random kind of spin-off-y deviation mini-game sort of thing. I still think they could do more with them to make them even better. And I like how they made the Encore mode ones a lot harder, but I haven't played them in a while, because I don't usually go back for Encore mode anyway. You know, like, in principle, I don't mind the idea Frontiers had of, like, using the boost stages as special stages. It's kind of a cool idea. Play 3D Sonic games, plenty of time to read the chat with all the automation, yeah. Leave it to Sonic fans to endlessly bully other Sonic fans? It's the one thing they're really good at doing. I'm happy to see the IDW crew sort of coming out and being like, hey guys, it's fine if you have like criticisms with our work, but can you please just like shut the fuck up? Can you please just like be normal about this? You know, you can have your issues, that's completely fine, but like please don't come after us for them. And please like just, I don't know, be constructive. I do still think as well that, like, my only other issue with Mania is that, like, I do think the final levels are, like, a little bit of a downwards kind of slope. Like, you get to Oil Ocean and it's like, eh. And, like, Lava Reef's alright, like, Metallic Madness, and then Titanic Monarch, I mean, Act 1 of Titanic Monarch I think I like a lot more, but Act 2 I'm not really a big fan of. I don't think they're bad, but I don't know. I probably said a lot of this in my critiques of Mania that I made like fucking ages ago, but I don't really remember a lot of what I said. And I also don't think those videos are that good. Or at least the Mania Plus one I think is okay. But the original Mania critique I do not look on very fondly at all. There's a lot of things about that video I would do very, very differently if I made it now. If you go watch like my if you go watch like that 3D Sonic Stagnation video, and then go back and watch the Mania, like original Mania critique, it's like night and day. The delivery, oh my god, what the fuck? I swear Sonic was moving on his own for a second there. I was like holding left and he just kept going. I thought my controller had turned off. But yeah, you like watch those videos back to back and you'll get fucking whiplash. I used to talk a lot faster. I had like random jokes for no reason that really didn't need to be there. I still have like jokes in my videos now, but they're a lot more subtle. And the pace of the video is just way too fast. Like I cut out every single moment of downtime in my dialogue. So every sentence would finish and the next one would start and the next one would start and it would just keep going and going, and there's like no... I don't give the audience time to pause and like reflect on what I've said between sentences or like between paragraphs. Which now is something I do very consciously in my editing. And like the delivery of my voice when I'm recording as well. I'll say certain lines with more emphasis, or I don't know, you know, I'll say things in a different way to create a bit more dramatic effect to make people pay attention. I'll like really hammer in a point. So yeah, that original Mania video is like a very, very, very early prototype of what I think is now a lot better in my later videos. But I'm sure everyone feels that way about the old stuff. Fuck. Oh, shit. I still don't like the way they do the fucking bumpers in this. The way they're like only on the ground, so you can't always tell if you're gonna like jump and, you know, like bounce off them and stuff. Manga Mask, sorry, what was your question? I don't know what your question... I'm trying to, like, read back through the chat. But I can only see so much at a time. Yeah, the bumpers, because like I get it, they don't want to like block the view, but I don't know, some kind of like mid-air visual indicator of like, hey, you're gonna hit the bumper, you know. It'd be nice to have a bit more clarity of like what's actually going on. Oh yeah, also by the way, for anyone who goes back and watches my Pizza Tower stream from last week, it got demonetized because of Materia Collective, like the like music label that handles the music for that game. I didn't know about this before I streamed it. But yeah, I got like a claim on like the war level of Pizza Tower. So now there's like just no monetization on that stream, which is really lame. That is true. For the satin... Oh, fuck. I was, like, half looking. The satin aesthetic, yeah. Wouldn't let them do something cool like that. I do agree as well, like, with what, like, Pariah said in his new video and stuff, of how, like, yeah, Mania isn't... It's not, like, really pushing Sonic forward that much, and I do agree. Like, I get when people say that, but I'm also like, yeah, but it is so fucking good that, like... I don't really care. Like, I would like if it had some more new mechanics and stuff. And again, like, I want it to be all new levels. But at the very least, Mania is so good that it's like, well, like, yeah, it'd be nice, but, like, I don't care anymore. Combo. I played a tiny bit of Mean Bean Machine for the last video just to get some footage for like a bit when I talked about if we put Sonic in Puyo Puyo or whatever. I couldn't even do the first level. I was like, oh yeah, I can do like the Puyo Puyo bit in Mania easy. The Mean Bean part, this, you know. And then like I did it in actual Mean Bean. I was like, nope, I'm like immediately fucking defeated. I am no Puyo Puyo master. Yeah, Superstars really could have done some cool shit, and like they kind of tried. Like there are some good ideas. Oh fuck, I did it the wrong way around. That was an accident. Yeah, Superstars like. Okay, never mind. They like kind of tried, you know, but then they didn't go enough. Like I like the idea of the different character swapping style, having playable Amy. I like the special stages giving you new abilities for each emerald. I like now for the fucking coolest level ever. I like the idea of the special stages too. Like I think the concept of them is fantastic. I thought pre-release, oh, these are going to be like the best special stages ever because they're momentum based. That's what they looked like. I thought it was going to be like Spider-Man. And then I played it and went, never mind. These special stages fucking suck. Trying to get over here. Fucking hell, man. So you can't do this in 3D Sonic. And I think you should be able to, because it would be fun. I have started now getting like more of the angry comments on the Sonic Stagnation video. Like they are coming in now. Not a ton of them, but they're still... What the fuck was he just shoving? They are starting to show up. And I'm not like surprised at all. But it is just interesting the like willful ignorance people have when watching videos. Like it really doesn't matter at the end of the day how many clarifying statements I put in of like, hey, just because I'm saying this, it doesn't mean that I think the things you've imagined in your head that, you know, you think I think. Where like I hate every fucking Sonic game, and like it doesn't matter how many times you say that stuff. There will be certain people who just do not care, and they will just invent a narrative where you're evil and you want to kill them. So it's kind of pointless, and that's why I try to keep those little bits really brief. So like that they're in there for the people that will be convinced by them, but for the people who don't, it's at least like I can say, well, you know, you clearly didn't watch the video then, because I've already debunked this thing you're claiming about me. in the video itself. So like, I don't know what you want me to do. I saw someone asking, do I like the characterization of IDW Sonic? I remember I did when I was initially reading them, like when they came out. I have seen some of the like later stuff where I kind of agree with some of the criticisms I've seen, of making him feel like a little bit too kind of passive, or maybe like forgiving and stuff. Like I do get that, but I also don't like hate what Ian, or I guess Evan as well, I'm not entirely sure who's written what stories. I do kind of get what they're going for, of making Sonic a compassionate character. But I think that, yeah, it's part of the issue of, like, I think putting Sonic into an ongoing narrative thing in a book compared to a game, where, like, in the book, the continuity of issues and conflict is a bit more important. Like, they are actively going to say, hey, this thing that happened, you know, like, a few issues ago or whatever. Whereas in the games, they don't really give a fuck. It doesn't really matter. Every game is, like, its new reset. So, yeah, you get the thing of, like, well, how do we justify Sonic doing the same thing over and over with Eggman, like, every week or every month, you know, like, doing the same fucking thing. And letting him get away with it, and but then I think, like, is Sonic the kind of character who I want to be, like, either killing or imprisoning people, you know? Like, it doesn't... It's, like, a really tricky thing, because, like, I think in Archie, they had a point where Sonic was, like, the king, and he had, like, literally, like, a prison under his house for, like, all the bad guys, and I'm like, that is not Sonic at all. Like, that's fucking weird and, like, cruel. You know, like, obviously bad deeds should be punished or, like, rectified in some way, and these people shouldn't be allowed to keep doing the bad things they're doing, but there is also a point of, like, yeah, but what's the actual best way to go about solving this? And I don't know. I don't always necessarily think prison is the right way, especially for a character like Sonic. And also, you know, obviously not just, like, killing people either. I don't think Sonic kills people. I can easily read during this part, because this boss kind of sucks. Yeah, I guess it's... Yeah, the preachiness I can kind of see, because it's like, you don't want Sonic to be going on these long fucking monologues. Like, Sonic's more of an action speak louder than words kind of guy. You know, he speaks when he needs to, not all the time, you know. Is Elden Ring worth playing, or is it overrated? I mean, overrated is like a whole fucking bag of worms for anything. I think Elden Ring was good, but also a lot of, like, the common criticisms of it I really agreed with. Like, I think the bosses kind of suck, especially the later you get into the game, and the copy and pasted stuff everywhere is not good. Like, to be honest, I didn't even finish Elden Ring. I got to the final boss, like literally the final boss, and Melania as well, like the secret kind of extra final boss. And I just couldn't be bothered anymore. Like, I thought, you know, I could sit here and I could learn this, I could try this over and over and over again, but I don't want to. I'm bored. Like, I've done this over and over in this game. I don't want to do it anymore, because I was already like 80 hours in. I loved the actual exploration of, like, the main levels and stuff, but the bosses were just pissing me off. Like, and not in like a, oh, they're too hard way, just in like, these are annoying. Like, they're not fun anymore. Sekiro, though, that's my fucking... Sekiro is my, like, FromSoft game. You know, that one feels like it was made more for me. What would I do to make Sonic bosses better? Go watch Pariah's video about how to evolve, like, Sonic's combat and boss design. Sonic attempted to kill Eggman in the second movie. Yeah, I found that very strange. Like, I couldn't tell, like, wait, like, what? Yeah, like, I think I said in my video about it, like, So I guess Sonic is just okay with fucking killing people now. Even though, like, okay, we know now that he's not dead, apparently. And, like, I didn't necessarily think he was, but also there was kind of an uncertainty over if, like, Jim Carrey would be coming back. Fuck. So there was almost like this, huh? Like, did Sonic kill him? Because I really thought, like, he's supersonic, he can fly. I thought he was knocking over the robot, and then he was gonna, like, fly in and catch him, you know? And be like, alright, Eggman, I'm gonna hand you over to my cop dad so he can arrest you because I love the police. That's what Sonic's fucking catchphrase is. But then no, he just killed him. Like, he just fucking let him fall to his death. Very strange narrative choice. Especially, you know, in like, if it was a cartoon, you know, a cartoon thing, Eggman falls over, whatever. Okay, a cartoon, he's fine. You know, like him fucking falling from the death egg and shit. It's fine, no one cares. Unless if it's vanilla for some reason, then Sonic has to catch him when he's not in a super form, and then she's fine. But whatever, doesn't matter. But in like live action, where these are like real people, and Sonic's the only like weirdo, it is kind of like, oh, okay. So yeah, you're just gonna let him die. Alright. Although, I don't know, the movie Eggman, they like imply that he's like an actual like terrorist that's like, yeah, wiped out like a Middle Eastern country or something, so maybe he deserves it. More than he more than he already would from other bad things he's done. I don't think I ever fucking take that jump there. I always think like, no, too risky. I'm so behind. Jumping makes you so slow. These special stages have the Sonic Frontiers jump physics. Pre-patch. Fuck. Give me that. Ugh. Okay, hold on, let's go for that shortcut up here. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. Ugh. Oh, I hate that shit! God, that's annoying. Like, you can never quite tell, like, am I gonna hit that? Come on. I'm so behind. No! Oh, man. Yeah, the backgrounds are great. Have I seen or tried the Netflix phone port of Sonic Mania? I have not. I've heard it's very bad. Because initially I saw them announce it and I was like, okay, cool, like Sonic Mania is available on more platforms for people, that's great. You know, this is like arguably the best Sonic game. Like, I still think that if this was just like all brand new stuff, this would just, I'd be like, yeah, this is the best Sonic game. Like, I can't, as much as I love Sonic 3, there's so much this game does better, that, like, I'd have to admit it. But it's just, for me, it's the narrative cohesion sort of stuff of, like, everything in this game, I was just trying to get the ring box, whatever. Everything in this game is great, but it is still, like, yeah, kind of held back a bit by, like, oh, it's this again. Not as inventive or original. But then in so many other ways, it is, like, super inventive and original, so... Did I watch the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, I've never even seen the animated one. I fucked that up. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want a lot of story. I just want, like, something. And that was the thing I think people misunderstood. Oh, some people, of course. Obviously not everyone. Some people misunderstood in my, in that 3D Sonic stagnation videos when I talked about the narrative stuff in the 3D Sonic games. And I very clearly said, like, I have nothing against them, including narrative elements in these games with cutscenes and voice acting. I just think that the way they've done it feels kind of shitty. Where it's a lot of just, like, cutscenes, talking, like, okay, what's happening? What's the story? Like, is this meaningful? Like, you know, Like, they just need to get to the point a bit more. It's not that I'm saying there shouldn't be a story, I'm just saying tell the story instead of just sitting around doing nothing, you know, like, all those cutscenes and Colors, Lost World, Generations, they don't really need to be there. You could get rid of, like, half of them. Hi, Ted. Yes, I'm winning. So, yeah, I just think, like, I'm not saying get rid of story in Sonic, but, like, if you're not going to have a story, then get rid of all these fucking cutscenes, because they're so boring. So much of Frontier's story is just characters sitting around and fucking... Sonic, I'm sad, and, like, there's not really much going on there. And again, it's not like you can't have more, like, character kind of building moments. It doesn't all have to be plot. It doesn't all have to be, like, this story needs to matter because it sets up this. Like, it can just... you can have a focus on the characters growing and changing and talking to each other, but it needs to be, like... interesting. Superstars? I mean, I like what it was trying to do with its approach. I still don't really find the story, like, interesting or compelling. I barely even remember what happened in it. And I really hate those fucking dragon designs, like Trip and the final boss dragon that I haven't even fought, because I have not gone back to Superstars at all. Like, I played it the night it came out and was like, well, I'm never playing that again. Superstars, I also remember just being really confused at points when, like, there's, like, a Knuckles level where he loses the Chaos Emeralds or something, and I'm like, huh? Like, what's happening? And then you get them back anyway, and I'm like, huh? It's just very strange. Wait, there's a... Superstars is a time machine? What? Is that what happens in that game? I don't remember. Again, like, I played it the night it came out, and then was like, alright, goodbye. Like, I didn't buy it, I just got it off Family Share. And I went, yep, done with that. Oh, right, yeah, okay. The final level thing. That was, like, one of the only cool things I thought that game did. Like, I still didn't think they did it very well, but I like the idea of that level going backwards. Too bad the final boss is still, like, complete shit, though. Well, like, the normal, non-Supersonic final boss. Again, I haven't played the actual final boss, because I don't care. I've come to the point with Sonic games where I'm just like, you know what? If I can't be bothered, like, I don't have to play this. I just don't care. Secret platform. These speed shoes are lost in a really long time. Is this a bug? Okay, no, I don't have speed shoes, just the music is still sped up. Alright. I need to find a special stage ring already, so it resets. Oh, right, okay. Duh. That one. I feel like there's still, like, paths in this game that I haven't found. Like, I remember I played it, I don't know, like a little while ago. Maybe it might have actually been when I streamed it after I did my critique, like, years ago. And I was just finding shit where I was like, oh, I've never seen this before. Like, I didn't even know this was here. Wait, hold on. This should fix the music. There we go. What do I think is the worst classic Sonic game? I mean, I don't think any of them are bad. Okay, if you count Chaotix, I guess. I'm sorry, Pariah, but I don't really like Chaotix at all. I don't know, maybe I would if I went back and tried it again, but I don't know, Chaotix always just kind of pissed me off. I love the music, and some of, like, the art direction stuff. But actually playing it, not a big fan. If we're not counting Chaotix and we're just sticking with, like, the main ones, I guess it's between Sonic 1 and CD. I think I lean a little more to CD being my preferred one between the two. Is there a ring in here? Or is this a different pathway? I don't remember. There we go. Yeah, I hate Penny Zero. Yeah, I don't know. I really like what Sonic CD is going for. I would say Sonic CD, like, original, when it came out, you know, on the original hardware, it would probably be my least favorite. Just because of all, like, the technical shit. If you played the fan decomp of the 2011 version, like the Origins version, if you play that with that Miracle Edition mod that I used on stream like a few weeks ago, you can go back and watch that stream. It's like the footage, some of the footage I used in the video. I'd say that probably puts it over Sonic 1 for me, playing it that way. I like the more instantaneous time travel. I like the more kind of manual activation of time travel. And just having like the insta shield and stuff back, although I don't think it really did that much. But yeah, I think I like that version of the game a lot more. But if we're talking just like original as they came out, as they were made by the developers who made them, CD's probably my least favorite, even though I fucking love the music and like the way it looks and stuff, and I love the ideas. That's why I mentioned in the video that I think a 3D reinterpretation of CD's time travel could be so fucking cool. And I know it's cool because I've played the Back to the Future mods for GTA, where you drive around in the DeLorean and like turn the time circuits on, you gotta build up to 88 miles per hour and like dodge cars and stuff. Like, that is fun. It is fun doing that in 3D because you can actually see where you're going. And so I'm just thinking, like, imagine that in a 3D Sonic game and combine that with like the Sonic Lost World parkour, where you're like weaving through fucking level design, like it's Mirror's Edge and like Ghost Runner and stuff, or Titanfall, like that kind of shit, where you're just like, I need to keep building my speed, I need to like build it to this threshold and hold it for a few seconds before I, and, you know, fucking explode and time travel. That would be the fucking coolest shit ever. I would love if they did that, like a Sonic CD 3D remake kind of thing, or like a game with that idea in 3D. That would be fucking awesome. And I saw someone ask, am I going to play Sonic Rumble, like the mobile game? No, I do not give a fuck. I don't play mobile games. And I especially don't care about Sonic Fall Guys knockoffs. That trailer came out like the day before I finished editing my video, so I switched out some of the footage when I mentioned like spin-offs or something, and I included that instead, just as like, oh, here's something topical. Same with, I had a clip of the Knuckles show, and originally it was just a clip from the Sonic movie, but then I think the Knuckles show had just come out, and I was like, oh right, I should use this. Let me specifically use the clip with those fucking hideous eyebrows that Sonic has, like the creasing in his forehead, the forehead wrinkles. Because I think it was at a part where I'm saying, if there's nothing in particular about Sonic that we like, and then like I used that clip as like, let me find the most hideous, fucking disgusting example of movie Sonic I can get. Which is not hard to do. I will always stand by the fact, well, my opinion, in that movie Sonic is fucking hideous. I don't like him. Oh, the frame rate and the Sonic Rumble thing, it's fucking bad. It's real bad. Yeah, Sonic CD Japanese, that is one of my favorite soundtracks for sure in the series. The American one, I think, has a few tracks I like as well. I never listen to it as often, so I don't remember which ones they are. It's more of like someone will make a video with like the American soundtrack, and I'll be like, oh, this song's pretty good. I don't remember which one this is though, because I literally never listened to it. But yeah, Sonic CD Japanese, that's like that and Knuckles Chaotix are the kind of thing where I'm like, this is what I want Sonic to be sounding like again. This very like Japanese fusion, New Jack Swing, jazz fusion, like genre shifting kind of stuff. Poppy, but not like modern pop star, like American singer pop, but just, I don't know, that very like eclectic sound. That's what I want. And that's what Mania does really well too. I think Mania has a fucking incredible soundtrack. With the remixes of the old stuff and all the new stuff. Like, all the new stuff sounds how I think Sonic should sound. Why are all the women from Australia 4 out of 10? I don't know, dude. You're looking in the wrong places. Everyone says, apparently, that, like, Australian accents, like, Americans love Australian accents or something. Like, they think it's, like, really fucking sexy or some shit. I remember when I first visited my friends in America, they were like, oh, everyone's gonna like ask about your accent and shit. They're gonna find it so interesting. I don't think a single person ever even mentioned it. Like, you know, like buying food and stuff, like at restaurants. Like, no one's ever like, oh wow, your accent, where are you from? Like, I don't think anyone ever did that to me. I think the closest I had was when I was wearing like a shirt with Samus on it. I think someone's like, oh, nice shirt. Is that like a favorite superhero of yours? I was like, no, it's a character from a video game. It's Samus. She's cool. And they obviously didn't know who she was. Not a huge fan of Flying Battery in this game. Well, even in Sonic 3, I don't really like Flying Battery that much. Not a huge fan of it in this game. It's probably one of my least favorite stages. See, yeah, some people say that my accent isn't, like, super strong. And then, like, people tell me I sound American or, like, Canadian or something. And I'm like, huh? Me? Okay. But then also, I don't know, but then also I am, like, the one Australian, well, sorry, my friend Cameron also, but, like, I'm one of the only Australians, like, in, you know, like, my friend group sort of thing, so I'm, like, the one with the accent. But yeah, like, some Australian people go like, oh, where's your accent from? Are you from Canada? I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Do I have to start fucking speaking like this? Oh my god. Sorry. Email. Work related. Which is good, but yeah, I'm still like trying to figure out, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't know. I do want to work on the dinosaur thing. It would be cool. I also have to drive. That's the other thing, is like I'd have to drive back to this job again. And I'm gonna switch cars soon anyway, get a different car, because my current one is literally going to fucking blow up on me one day. Like, I have to, it overheats when it's not moving, because like the radiator leaks or something. I don't know about cars. So yeah, if traffic is bad, I have to go like, uh-oh. Like, I have to pull over if it's like really bad, because the car will just overheat if it's not moving. And the headlights aren't working at the moment, so I can't drive at nighttime. And I tried to get them fixed, and they were like, nope, this is gonna cost you like thousands of dollars to fix these, because it's like water in one of the headlights. And I was like, well, this car's a piece of shit anyway, so I don't really want to bother. I'll just get a new car. Because yeah, my previous job, I could just get the bus. Like, I could walk and get the bus to work, which was great, because I got my exercise in, could just put my headphones on, listen to a podcast, listen to music and stuff. It was awesome. And I would like to keep doing that. But yeah, if I go back to this other studio I used to work at, I'll have to drive there every day. I'll have to, like, I don't know, go for walks at lunchtime or something. Oh yeah, another stream idea I was thinking was playing some Bayonetta, because I've still never beaten Non-Stop Infinite Climax in Bayo 1, and I started that a little while ago, and I'd like to get back to it, and I was like, if I do that, I should probably just stream it. I might just have to find a fix somewhere for the fucking stuttering I was getting in Bayo 1 on PC. It's so bad, and I don't know what's causing it. It might be my computer's RGB software, or like my Logitech G-Hub thing for my mouse and keyboard, because that was happening to me in Animal Well. Which, by the way, play Animal Well. I've reached I don't want to say too much, but I've reached like the second ending. I don't know how much more I'm gonna play past that though, because it is a well and it runs fucking deep. I'll say that. And some of these later secrets, I'm like, dude, I will like need a guide to figure these out. These are like fucking absurd. But the sense of discovery in that game is, yeah, something I've only ever really felt in Outer Wilds. Which is why I've been telling you to play it. I don't think it's quite the same hard-hitting impact as Outer Wilds, but like, it's giving me those feelings again of like figuring something out and going like, what the fuck? Like what? I can do that? Like it works like that? That's crazy. No, I'll get over that. Oh, still don't really like this boss that much. It's a cool idea. But... No, I hate the fucking iframes he has. No, fuck you! Yeah, I've heard it's like Tunic as well. I haven't played that. Fun fact, that's the game that got my fucking YouTube channel hacked. Like a year or two ago. I mean, it wasn't the game itself. It wasn't the developer's fault. It was like people posing as them as like a review code thing. And it was like the most convincing like scam thing I've ever come across. Usually you can tell immediately. And if I was more experienced in like game review code stuff, I would have probably noticed that something was wrong. Because I'd never done that before, I was kind of like, oh, this still seems legitimate. Yeah. But that game was, yeah, people posing as the developers of Tunic. Like, hey, oh, I want to like review a game and stuff, and yeah. I haven't played it though. I think there's a Tunic Easter egg in Animal Well. I remember Call of Duty. I don't give a fuck. Press Garden. Woo! I mean, Act 1 not as much. Act 2 though is fucking awesome. I remember like the day that like I woke up and saw that all my Google shit was just gone, like all fucking hacked, and I was like, oh no, like obviously just terrible, because it's not just my YouTube, it's like everything on Google. You know, huge security concern. Very upset about that. And my mum came over to visit that day, and oh, I don't need to get the special stage thing, that doesn't matter. Now I can just try to flow through the levels, I don't need to worry about getting the special stage rings. Yeah, she comes over and says like, oh, good morning, like, you know, like, how's your morning been or something? And I was like, not good. And she kind of went like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know, I shouldn't get into this too much, of like, the toxic positivity of my mum. She's not watching this, it's okay. But I was kind of like, oh, okay, so I express like one negative emotion and that's like immediately dismissed or whatever. But like, yeah, I just went like, oh yeah, not very good. And she was like, oh, all right. And then my brother goes like, yeah, his Google account and YouTube and everything has just been hacked. And then she was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, sometimes there's a reason. Maybe people say they're not having a great day. Because I never answer that to anything. I never say, like, when people are like, hey, how was your day? I never go like, oh, it fucking sucked. You just go like, yeah, it's alright. So, like, the one time I say, no, actually, this is not good. Oh, alright. Yeah, Press Garden Act 1 is still good, but Act 2 is where it's fucking, like, incredible. You get the bubble shield and fucking bounce off those slopes everywhere. Ooh, man. Fucking fun as hell. That shit where you get, yeah, use your momentum to get like a little shortcut up the top. Fucking awesome. Mania devs, they understand. They get Sonic. All I wanted was like a proper sequel to this game. And like, I know Superstars is like trying. It's trying. I don't think it's the... Alright, that one takes you back out. I really wonder, like, if Superstars just looked a bit nicer and had less shitty music. Because I think a lot of the music in Superstars is good, just not like that shitty, you know, the Mega Drive, like, bad sound chip sounding shit. Like, not the Jun Senoi stuff like that. That stuff sucks. But the rest of it, I actually think the soundtrack's really good. And I just think, like, I wonder if it was more consistent with that stuff and if the levels didn't look so fucking ugly. Like, if it just had better presentation, maybe I would have liked them more. Maybe I could have actually just treated the level design, like, for what it is. But I don't remember the level design ever really wowing me either. What's down here? I don't remember. Oh shit, okay. So many splats. Oh, they're just falling in, right? Oh yeah, I should probably mention it on here just while I've got everyone watching, because I am getting back into like Blender stuff for modeling and things. And again, I'm only going to be here for another 3 weeks before I go to America. But yeah, I'm getting back into modeling in Blender, and, you know, I'm actively looking for work. So, like, if there were people who were like, hey, I want to commission you to, like, model something for me, I would be interested in discussing that. I don't think... I would probably, like, to be honest, I'd probably undercharge myself the first few commissions, just to, like, I don't know, not, like, oversell myself, because I'm still sort of getting into it, and I just need, like, something, so I probably would, like, charge a little lower than I should to begin with. But yeah, like mostly hard surface stuff, probably not characters and that kind of like more organic sculpting things, but yeah, hard surface like props and objects and things. I'm trying to get back into modeling first, using Blender. Because I only knew Maya before, so I would like relearn everything. I fucking love this level, man, this is so cool. Fuck, I always fucking jump into those. Man. Oh, hello. And also, like, video editing, of course. Like, I've always said, if people are like, hey, I need to edit this video, and I just need to pay someone to do it, I'm always like, hey, hello, I'll do that. That's easy. For me. Video editing, you know, and that's something I've got, like, a pretty clear portfolio of, I think, is like, hey, look at the videos on my channel. Granted, a lot of my editing in, like, the end result is very simple. Like, I don't do a lot of, like, effects or crazy transitions and shit. And it's not that I can't, it's that I just deliberately choose not to. Because I don't think those things help the point of the kind of videos I'm making. I want you to listen to what I have to say and see the support of what I'm talking about through the footage. I'm not here to impress you with my motion graphics or like that kind of stuff. I mean, to be fair, motion graphics I'm not very good at. But yeah, I go for a very simple, efficient kind of style of just like showing you what I'm talking about without fluff. If I was doing more like, I don't know, informative videos, like kind of educational stuff, then like motion graphics and things would make a lot more sense. Oh, I thought you could go through there. Oh, okay. I need to turn into ice. Yeah, this kind of theming for Sonic is like... This kind of level theming shit is like fucking awesome. And perfect. Yeah, I'm not trying to overstimulate people with the editing, you know, like it's just... It's kind of just like a means to an end to like enhance what I'm talking about. Miwo, $2 Canadian, thank you very much. What do I think about the Sonic Advance games? I think they are good, but I also have a lot of little problems with them. It's honestly like, I think those games would be so much better if you could just zoom out the fucking camera. You know, it's like an even worse example of like the issue with the classic games. Even in widescreen, it's still like kind of hard to see where you're going sometimes if you're trying to do like fast shit. Especially in like a game like CD, where it's all built around like maintaining speed over time. So yeah, the advanced games I think would be so much better if you just like fixed the fucking camera. And Some of the level design, even in like Advance 1, I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit bottomless pit happy, but like it's not too bad. I like this boss. This is like one of the only bosses in like 2D Sonic. Well, Sonic in general, actually, that I think is like that good. This one has like a good ebb and flow to it. Shit. Yeah, this one's like kind of cool. And yeah, like, I think Advance 3 has some of the coolest fucking mechanical shit in the series. Like, that is such a good idea. There's just, I know I can break the star bombs, yeah, when they land on the ground. But there's just, I don't know, Advance 3, the controls, the level design. Oh, I do want to read the Fang comics, yeah, they look good. Yeah, I agree, Pariah, with the camera stuff. Like, even, like, I love Metroid Zero Mission and Fusion to a lesser extent, but, like, I think those games would also, like, really benefit from just letting you see a bit more. Nowhere near as big of a problem in those games, though, as, like, Sonic Advance. Like, I never really had a problem with it in Zero Mission, but I still think it would be better with a widescreen and just slightly zoomed out camera. I fucking insta-shielded through those spikes. I love the insta-shield. The insta-shield is almost like your only corrective measure with the camera of like, uh-oh, I couldn't see where I was going at the time of inputting this jump. So let me insta-shield to like phase through this obstacle I am now suddenly about to fucking careen into on accident, you know? 3DS Sonic games are the worst for visibility, like the Boom ones? Oh, do you mean like the 3DS ports of Sonic 1 and stuff? Generations and Lost World, okay. I haven't played them. Are the Emmys terrifying to run from in Metroid Dread? I don't think so. I think they're a nice little bit of tension, but I don't think they're that scary. Fun fact with, fun little anecdote actually from the other day to do with the Emmys. Not you, Emmy, if you're still here. Not Emmy Jones. The Emmy robots from Metroid Dread. Yeah, so like as I've said, I don't have a job right now, and I'm just living off my savings, and you know, I'll be alright, but I'm still like, it'd be nice to have a job again and earn some money. So you know, I'm cutting back. Like I haven't really bought anything other than like Animal Well recently. Like I bought Animal Well because everyone said it was so good, and I wanted to try it, and it was like $30. Fuck. But I haven't bought like any other games really. Like the only other thing I've done is like I went to go see Jurassic Park on 35mm film at my local art gallery like a few weeks ago, and that was like $10. Everything else has just been rent and groceries. And then I get an email like the other night before I go to bed that's like, thank you for your purchase at Good Smile Company. And I was like, fuck, I forgot I had a pre-order on the Figma, like the Metroid Dread Emmy Figma. And it was like $200. Like, oh, fucking great. And again, it's like, it's fine, I have the money, and if I remembered it, I probably still wouldn't have cancelled it, because I still want it, and I know that, like, eventually I'll have work again, it'll be fine. This will all just be a little footnote of time when I wasn't earning a lot of money. I'm just getting, like, YouTube ad revenue at the moment, which is not a lot. It's a lot more than it used to be, because I've been doing more stuff, but still not a lot. Yeah, so it's like, it's fine, but I was just like, ah, oh, fuck, I didn't realize and like, I just bought a new pair of shoes as well, because my current sneakers I've had for like a good few years, I got a few holes in them, and I wanted to get new shoes before I go to America. I don't want to be walking around with shoes with holes in them for like a month-long trip, and I don't want to be on the plane, you know, with like shoes with holes in them. So I had to order new shoes as well, you know, that's another like $100, and yeah. I'll be fine once I get some kind of work. And it's hard as well, because obviously it's like, it's great when people donate and stuff, but then I'm also like, I don't want to be actively like asking for it a lot or anything, especially when there's like a lot more pressing issues in the world at the moment, you know. There is currently a a genocide going on that that certain people might not like you talking about. Why am I going to the US? To visit my friends. I go every year. I try to go every year. And also Sonic Revolution. Sonic Revolution is just over a month away. June 30th. I am very looking forward to Sonic Rev. Eli Bonham? Wait. Okay, never mind. Someone already retracted it. I don't know if that was by you or a moderator, because I was about to say, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. If you mean what I'm maybe thinking you're meaning, then I might have to ban you. But I think someone else already took that. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game. Like, music tracks. Fucking awesome. Obviously, Stardust Speedway is already, like, one of the best Sonic pieces of music ever. So it's kind of an easy win. But this rearrangement's fucking awesome. Right, I forgot about these little pulley things. I like the Advanced 3 ones. They didn't used to have that animation, I think, in, like, original Mania. That was, like, a plus thing. That's still what makes me, like, sad about this game, is, like, it still feels like there was more they wanted to do, and, like, little things they still wanted to fix, and they just didn't get time, and that's every game. But, you know, you can always feel it with Sonic. It's always there. Can I get up here? Is this just, that's like a, oh, okay. Level design in this level is still a little weird. This is definitely, you can tell they're trying to go for some of that CD feeling here. But the visuals and the music are fucking incredible. I love the, like, spotlights everywhere, the twinkling sort of stars in the background. I love that purple, the purple down below and shit's so cool. Dude, no way, it's Metal Sonic! That's crazy. Fuck. This is also a very good remix. Anuji, hello. This is another thing I'm glad they patched with Plus, was making this part, like, a little bit easier, because it was kind of confusing at first. Like, once you know it, it's like, oh, okay, I get it, but, like, the first time it was kind of like, what? I have to spin dash into him? But only when he's spin dashing? A little bit confusing. Yeah, the Generations version's great, too. Nope. Fuck. No. Oh, shit. Bum 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 bada bum. Do I like the Plus version or the original one? I think I prefer this version over the original. Because the original was just like a spike wall, right? It was like kind of lame. Although I will admit, I know it's started from Knuckles Chaotix, but I don't really like the Metal Sonic turning into a big monster thing. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Ugh. And also, this part's oddly, like, less forgiving than Big Arm. Oh, not Big Arm. Than Great Eggman Robo from Sonic 3. Like, the space you have, like, the room for error to fall off is, even, like, more than in the Sonic 3 final boss. It's a lot smaller. Like, there's less room to die by falling off. So it's just weird that in, like, this mid-game boss, it's, like, kind of harder. It's, like, multi-phase and stuff, too. I don't know. Like Christian homage to his favorite game. Yeah, like, I get it. I don't really like it in Chaotix that much either. And like Sonic Heroes especially, it is very weird. I like Neo Metal Sonic. I don't really like Metal Overlord, just conceptually. I think it's very odd that Metal Sonic, who's so obsessed, like his whole thing is meant to be that he thinks he's the real Sonic. So then he turns into a fucking dragon. It's very strange. That in Heroes, that really felt like they were just trying to... They needed another, like, Perfect Chaos Biolizard equivalent. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I'd mentioned in my original Mania critique that the middle of Mania doesn't really have that same sense of, like, impact as Sonic 3 does with, like, Launch Base Zone. But to be fair, I still don't think Stardust Speedway accomplishes that same feeling, though, in this game, because, like, I still don't know what's going on. Like, in Launch Base, it's like the Death Egg is being launched. Whereas in this, you're kind of like, I don't know what's going on, except Metal Sonic's here, I guess. So it kind of feels a bit more climactic. But it's still not quite as... To me, it's still not as strong as Sonic 3. I don't really like this bubble gimmick either, it's kind of lame. I mean, I don't really care what, like, the narrative justification is for why he turns into the dragon. Whether it's, like, yeah, he downloaded fucking Chow data or whatever to become, like, Perfect Chaos or something. I just think, like, it's... To me, it's very strange from, like, a character perspective. Right, yeah, they did try with the Titanic Monarch thing, yeah, you're right. But even that is still, like, he never uses it for anything, like, it doesn't really go anywhere. So you're kind of like, I still don't know what the deal is, like, I don't know what Eggman's doing, but... Okay. Yeah, I still think Mania doesn't really have any narrative cohesion, which is a shame. Part of that's just because you're jumping around all these different levels, all these different locations. Half the time you're just, like, teleporting to a new fucking island for each level, you know? It's not, like, one big adventure. Yeah, it totally should have been the final boss. I agree. Or, like, that and the hard-boiled heavies. Or, like, I don't know. Or after you fight the hard-boiled heavies, the supersonic final boss is the Titanic Monarch. Maybe that was what they originally planned and they just couldn't do it. I don't know. Boats are kind of boring as well. Fuck. These Badniks are all very familiar to me from when I did my Hydro City Badnik diorama thing like years ago. That was all in Maya before I started using Blender recently. So all these Badniks, yeah, the original Sonic 3 sprites and artwork, I was looking at a lot to recreate them in 3D. If anyone hasn't seen that, I don't know if there's a link to it in the description or not, but my ArtStation should have it, or my like 3D portfolio website will have it as well. It's like caelanbeckinsale.wix site or something. It's just like a free Wix website, because I'm not fucking paying for a domain. Heavy King gets the Phantom Ruby and takes over the Titanic Monarch. Easy fix, yeah. I think someone left a comment on my Platinum Games Sonic video, which again was made in like 2019 or something. It's like, at this point, that's kind of old by my standards. And they were like, well, you got what you wanted with Sonic Frontiers. Are you happy now or something? No? I said spin-off for one thing. I don't want this in like the main games. And like, I don't know, man. It's like that's not what I asked for at all. 100th time, but yeah, I don't actually know how many times, but it's a lot. What about anime? Oh, the boss fights? Yeah, I guess. How do you do the bombs? Oh, what they do? I think you can get rid of Eggman's bombs if you drop the other ones beneath them. Or on top of them, sorry. You want to plug your Shopify business? I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if links will like automatically be removed or not in the chat. So, I don't know. I guess you can try maybe, but I don't exactly know what your business is. And if it's something that we want to have linked in the stream. Do I know about Studio Trigger? Do you think they'd make a good anime Sonic series? I do know about them. I forget exactly which things they've done. I know they did... I know everyone loves them. I think they did like... Didn't they do like the opening of like one of the Shantae games recently? They might have worked on like that Cyberpunk show. I haven't watched it, but just I've heard of it. From what I've seen, they do good stuff, and yeah, I mean, like, I would like... I know I say I don't like anime, but I would not be against, like, an actual well-made Sonic anime. At some point, I really should watch all of Sonic X in Japanese. I've only really watched some of the English stuff, and I was always like, yeah, this is the closest to what I want out of the Sonic show, but it's still not quite there for me. But I can see why people like it. So maybe if I watched in Japanese, I would, I'd be alright with it. Or less, like, less annoyed by it. I don't know. The Sonic OVA is alright. I'm actually really glad Pariah talked about this recently in his video about the, like, Sonic cartoons. That he also said, like, yeah, I don't really like the Sonic OVA that much either, because I've always felt like that too. I've never really fallen in love with it like everyone else has. I feel like it's... If you're a Sonic fan and you already like Sonic and you just want to see like Sonic do stuff, it's great. Like it satisfies that part of being a Sonic fan, but as being like an actual story on its own, I don't think it's very good. I'm not a big fan of it, but I think the Sonic-y parts of it are cool. I really like the world and the art style, even if the animation's like kind of feels a bit cheap sometimes. But, yeah, I don't know. I've never been crazy on the OVA, but we did, in a Discord call recently, we did kind of, like, rewatch it a while ago. I mean, I was, like, making dinner at the time, but just I had my phone up. Hi, Steve. And I was, like, sort of half watching along. We were watching in Japanese. And I was kind of like, oh, you know what? This is, like, a little bit better than I remembered. This is alright. Yeah, it was the pilot for an animated series, right. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh my god, like, that would have been incredible. Or I mean, would have been incredible to see. I don't know if it would have been great on its own, but like it would have been amazing to see that happen. But Knuckles had, yeah. The iconic hat that he has for no reason. And now they bring it back every fucking time Knuckles is in anything. I mean, yeah, like, I would take something more like the OVA and probably even Sonic X over, like, Sonic Prime, I guess. Like, I haven't even bothered watching that. Although, I mean, to be fair, I've never really bothered with any of the Sonic cartoons. I've never watched any of them all the way through. I've only watched, like, a few episodes of SatAM, Adventures, Sonic X, Boom. Like, I try them a tiny bit and I go like, don't care. Even as a kid. I never liked any of the Sonic cartoons, except for Sonic X as a kid. Sonic X was the only one I kind of liked. Fuck, I was trying to get insta-shield up there. No. I don't see the link, so I don't think it came through. Sorry, so the links are probably off. What the fuck? How did that deal damage to me? I was insta-shielding. This is fucked up. Oh, I thought it was coming the other way. Yeah, probably for the best. No links. This level transition sucks. This is one they had to add in, and I'm like, oh man, you can really feel like they were like, ah, shit, what do we do? Yeah, I don't really like Chris Thorndike either. Controversial opinion. This kind of background here, I feel like, is a good example of sort of the tricky balance that I was kind of trying to allude to in my video with, like, Sonic's aesthetics, you know, of how, like, the adventure games pushed it into a much more grounded, realistic look. And I don't mind it too much in Adventure 1. I think they still kind of had their heart in the right place, even though they were literally using photos of, like, real environments as textures and stuff, which for me, for Sonic, I think is like, I wouldn't do that. But you look at this background and it's like, okay, it's like clearly not that far off from like a real world kind of western desert, but it's still stylized, like the color palette choice, the geometry, obviously all this stuff here in the foreground is a lot more stylized as well. Like you can still have these kind of semi-grounded areas but make them feel Sonic-y. And to me, a big part of that here is the color contrast and the shadows and the highlights there. The palette is very stylized and very kind of pastel in that first part, a bit more rich now that we're like out in the sun more here. I don't know, like I could easily see them trying to remake this in 3D and making it like way too realistic looking, but I also could very feasibly see this background and for like all this stuff done in 3D in a very nice cartoony look. And it'll probably look awesome. And it's a very tricky balance. I got one comment that was very interesting. Yeah, Tom Fry, I think, yeah. I love the penny, like, pastel stuff. It's nice. I got one comment that was very interesting on the 3D Sonic Stagnation video saying, like, I like Sonic being in realistic environments because it's more unique. And I just had to read that and go like, did you read what you just said? Like I don't understand, because you want Sonic to be in environments that are literally like real. So we see them every day, everyone knows what they look like. Any game could look like that. And you think Sonic being in that kind of environment is more unique than being in like a cartoony, stylized world with like the kind of look that Sonic goes for. I don't think I responded to it. I was just like, alright, that's a weird take, but whatever. Like, it's fine if people think that, but I just, I'm like, more unique than what? Like, what do you know what you're saying? Like, I think that might be the closest we can get to, like, objectivity of, like, I don't think it's more unique. I think we can factually argue the opposite. But, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, realism is more unique than being creative. Sonic fans don't know what they want. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think a lot of Sonic fans do know what they want. It's just there's different groups of fans that want different things. Because I know what I want. Everyone, all the negative comments on that Sonic Stagnation video, it's like, you'll never be pleased, you're never happy, you're miserable, you hate everything. It's like, no, I like plenty of other things. That's why I compare Sonic to other games that I do like. Because it's like, look at all these other things I really enjoy, and I wish Sonic was more like them. And, you know, these are the Sonic games I do like. I wish more Sonic games were like these ones, because I like them. And these are the elements I like about them. And, like... yeah, and the whole thing of, like, you'll never be pleased. And I'm like, but Sonic Mania... I loved it. Like, it's great. You know, this game pleased me because it was what I wanted for the most part. And then they'll always be like, yeah, because it fits your narrow fucking idea of like what a Sonic game is or something. And I'm like, well, yeah, I liked it because it was the thing that I like. I don't know how else you want me to justify this. I think plenty of Sonic fans know exactly what they want. But they just don't get it. And then for some reason people think, oh, you'll never be pleased. It's like, no, we haven't gotten what we're asking for, so we're gonna keep saying, I wish Sonic was more like the things that I like about Sonic. Is that a crime? I don't know. Obviously, there's only so much you can bother to put up with, like, fucking YouTube comments on a Sonic video. I got a really fucking dumb one last night that was very funny. Someone trying to pull the thing of, like, shoving your opinion down everyone's throat, and I'm like, and they're like, I'm the elitist telling everyone what to think, and I responded to it just saying, like, actually, I think the elitist thing to do would be telling someone else they're not allowed to express their subjective opinion in their own online space, and then they tried to like use that as a gotcha move, like, dude, this really isn't helping, like, you're really making yourself look like bad for this one. I'm just, alright. Whatever, man. Yeah, I would prefer they had a new director as well. I don't want to be mean, like, I feel bad singling out someone like Kishimoto, but I really think they need a new director for Sonic. Like, we need some new vision. God forbid the Speedy Hedgehog roll into a ball. And yeah, shoving my opinion down their throat by them clicking on the video. Exactly. But you're presenting your opinion as fact. Which to me at this point, I just have to take that as you've presented your opinion in such a clear and succinct way that it makes me mad that I can't argue with it properly. Because it doesn't matter how many times you say, in my opinion, whatever. Like, I feel like I could write a video where every single sentence I clarify, in my opinion. And, like, just me thinking this guy, like, they would still get mad. They would still say, like, you're presenting your opinion as if it's the only one that's allowed? Like, you can't win. You just literally cannot win. And yeah, the thing I always come back to is, like, that really good Joseph Anderson video on the subjectivity is implied thing of, like, if you say X is good, Y is bad, you don't need to say, in my opinion, because those statements are inherently subjective already. Like, I've said this so many times as well, but, like, fuck. Nothing can be objectively good or bad anyway. So by using those words, like, you've already implied the subjectivity of your statement. There's no reason to add, like, to fluff out your sentence by saying, in my opinion, I think this. Just me saying this here, guys. Don't worry, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm already thinking, like, damn, I want to play this game again and do, like, the Knuckles playthrough, or, like, play as Ray and shit. Sonic Mania is too good. But I've also played it a lot, and, you know, as much as I could keep playing this forever, I would like a new game like this with new mechanics. Like, I fucking love what they're doing in Sonic Galactic. They gave Sonic his drop dash in a way where he can, like, use it on walls. So you can kind of wall run up the terrain, like a little dash to go vertical. It's so cool. And I think, like, damn, what a cool new move for 2D Sonic. I wish we had a game like that officially. Like, I wish Mania did stuff like that, or like a Mania sequel, instead of going, let's give Sonic the homing attack in 2D again. This boss is kind of cheap the first time, because you can't see the spikes up there. music direction stuff. Yeah, I mean, that was a thing as well where I said, like, look, as much as I can complain about the visual stuff, like, I'm not going to complain about the... Does my nose look, like, really red now? What the fuck? Maybe just because I was squishing. I'm a little sniffly. It's cold here. Yeah, I mean, the music was just a thing I wanted to include of, like, I'm not going to complain about the soundtrack changes, like the musical genre change, because I still love the music of games like Sonic Adventure and Unleashed and Colors and stuff. I think they sound fucking fantastic, and I think they suit Sonic wonderfully, but I still want to hear music more like this. I still want to hear, like, why can't Sonic Frontiers sound like Sonic CD? You know, like, what reason is there for it to not have this kind of music again? And look, you know, like the classic games as well. Like, why not? Sonic Heroes kind of still looks like the classics. Yeah, Runners is great music, yeah. Like, if Sonic Heroes can still look like more like the classic games, and with, like, nice stylized character proportions and models and stuff, like, why can't they all be like that? Or why can't some of them be more like that, you know? Why does it have to be this one or the other? Sonic is, like, boring and realistic, or it's, like, the classic style, and there's no in between. The modern style has to be this boring fucking, like, mix of shit with, like, the one good thing sometimes. That's why I like the classic style more, is because it's at least more consistent. Like, I know what I'm gonna get with classic Sonic. Maybe not in terms of, like, game quality with, like, superstars, but, like, there's an expected look and feel for classic Sonic that the modern games just don't have because they're so inconsistent. And granted, the classic Sonic art style is, and even musical style, is a bit, it's eclectic as well. Like, it does vary a bit, you know. Sonic 3 is a lot less surreal. It's a bit more realistic than the other games, but it kind of, it still kept areas, like, stylized and colorful, and even the natural stuff, it went for a very, like, lush kind of, still kind of larger than life look, you know, like fucking Mushroom Hill is, like, arguably, like, I guess it's more kind of realistic than something like Green Hill Zone, but it's still very cartoony. Where the fuck is the next pulley, man? Shit. Oh, no, thought there was one up there. Well, does it just go away when you get here? Yes, okay. Fuck. Only got 3 hits in. Shit. Sorry, looking at my phone. Just checking if someone was at my front door. Yeah, Sonic 3 is still, yeah, like, lively and stuff, yeah. Fuck. Oh, shit. This boss kinda sucks. This isn't Steve's True Blue mod, this is the Sonic 3 color palette. Yeah, I think for me with the classic stuff, I just want a mix of, like, the more surreal stuff in Sonic 1 and CD with the more kind of earthy, grounded stuff in 2 and 3. And yes, yeah, it's still Steve's Sonic 3 color palette mod, it's just not the True Blue Rad Red one. What is the zone you think was not needed to bring back in Mania? See, I want to say Metallic Madness, but the music for Metallic Madness is so fucking good that I would say Oil Ocean instead, I guess. Because, like, I still don't really like Metallic Madness as a level. I think it's a lot better in Mania. But I would not replace those remixes though for anything. Yeah, I want the satin look. I agree. Yeah, I like that stage transition they added in of the submarine taking off. But then it's still like, oh, I guess it flies all the way to Angel Island? Although I guess... in Mania, Angel Island's on the ground, right? It's not in the sky anymore. Because, like, in the opening, it's in the ocean, I think. Oh shit, that was close. I should probably put a little poll on the stream at some point of like, you know, at the end of the day when I stream what I want, you know, like I'm still the one picking it. But yeah, I'm kind of weighing up between, I'd like to play Penny all the way through again. I was really hoping they were going to patch it again, like fix some more stuff before I went back to it, but hasn't happened yet. Hopefully they're working on it. But I'm thinking of doing like a full regular playthrough of Penny, not Time Attack, because I know it's kind of boring to watch. I can just play through the whole level, like the whole levels in a row. Penny, Jurassic World Evolution 2, because I really want to play with some of those new dinosaurs. I have to buy them though. And Metroid Prime, that's it, we're going to get back to Metroid Prime. Because, like, as far as I know, I still don't have any work, like even just like little short freelance stuff between now and when I go to America. So I'm just gonna be at home doing like Blender modeling stuff and occasionally streaming. So I may as well like pick out what I want to stream. You hate Metroid? Well, too bad, I'm gonna stream it anyway, just for you. See, the fun thing with streaming, if you actually like the person you're watching, it doesn't really matter what they're playing too much. I mean, I know that because I'm playing Sonic right now, that's why I have 62 viewers instead of 20. Yeah, we need to do Helldivers, fuck, you're right, we should do that. We need to do the Pariah TelekinesticMan crossover. Would we like both stream it at the same time? Or would like just one of us stream? Like, I don't know how we wanna do that. Yeah, I think I was... yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, if you like the stream, it doesn't really matter what game they're playing, because, you know, you're there to watch what they're talking about, not just them play the game. Obviously, it depends on the game, like, you know, if they're playing Outer Wilds, then you're only going to be there to see them play Outer Wilds, because it's important. You're not going to be there to ask them questions. Yeah, we should call it that, actually. We should call it Pariah X TelekinesticMan Generation. I remember this boss, like, confused the fuck out of me when I first played it. I was so like, how the fuck are you supposed to hit it? Yeah, I don't like a lot of the bosses here. Some of them are alright, but not all of them. They made Mania 2 and they had to include one stage from each game with 8 originals. What stages would I want them to remake? Okay, Sonic 1. Maybe Spring Yard Zone. I like Spring Yard Zone. I love the music. I like the kind of look of the level. I like how bouncy it is. I like the half pipes. It's like one of the only levels that really focuses on the half pipes. So I would probably pick Spring Yard Zone for Sonic 1. For CD... maybe Quartz Quadrant, because I like the, again, I like the look of it, I like the music. Yeah, I'd probably do Quartz Quadrant for CD. I know everyone loves Starlight Zone, I like Starlight Zone too, but everyone picks Starlight Zone, that's why I'm saying Spring Yard Zone. And again, I like the use of half pipes in Spring Yard Zone. And yeah, just like the bounciness of it. I think with like new level design as well, but like following from that foundation, but making a new level out of it. You know, I think you could do some cool shit. Yeah, CD, I'll say Quartz Quadrant, I think I'm happy with that. Obviously not Wacky Workbench. Palm Tree Panic's too obvious. Collision Chaos, I would be okay with as well, but I'd want them to change how obnoxious some of the shit is in that level. Sonic 2, I mean, everyone says Mystic Cave for good reason. And I don't disagree with that, but to be a little different, I'll say... maybe Aquatic Ruin. Obviously not Casino Night, because that's like too much. We've already had casinos in every fucking Sonic game. If you want to be really out there, you could do Hilltop Zone. That's like a weird pick. Sonic 3, are we counting 3 and Knuckles as 2 separate games, or just one? So if I can only pick one level from 3 and Knuckles, honestly, had Generations not already done it, I'd probably say Mushroom Hill, because I really like Mushroom Hill. Otherwise, maybe Ice Cap. But then oh fuck. Ice Cap's like in Sonic Adventure. What do I think of Young Sheldon? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, another level from Sonic 3. Ah, shit. You can't do Launch Base unless you do like the ruins of Launch Base Zone. That would be kind of cool. That was more of what I was expecting out of Mania, to be honest, was like... Because it's not time travel, right? Like, you're going to these spaces after they've already been in the other games. So I was really hoping to get more of that feeling of like, oh, Chemical Plant's back, but like, it's changed. Like, maybe it's ruined or something. You know, like, oh, we're in Green Hill Zone, but this is like, you know, more in the future, like after Sonic 1. And so it might be a little different in that way. They didn't really do that a lot. So I don't know, the ruins of Launch Base I think could be cool. Otherwise, I don't know. Can't do Sky Sanctuary again, of course. Sandopolis, like, I don't know, if you really changed it, could be better. Get me out of here. And Angel Island is like kind of already in this game too, like in the what do you call it? Encore mode. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like Marble Garden maybe. I don't really like Marble Garden that much. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would say Launch Base for Sonic 3. It'd be kind of cool. What about Sonic 4? Which Sonic 4 level should come back? All of them, I think. And don't even change the level design. I love the bubble shield. Nope, don't want that. I don't know if you saw my comment on your video prior, your Mania one, talking about how Mighty's Hammer Drop works. What you said is exactly how it works in the mod for SRB2, like the Knuckles Chaotix mod, where you can Hammer Drop into the ground, like on a slope, and then he'll pull that speed forward. It's like Penny's, like, ride thing on the yo-yo. It's really cool. Oh yeah, Jim, yeah, the Motorbug. Oh. Oh yeah, Sonic, yeah right, Tunnel. Yep, I remember. Dude, that trailer for that Knuckles Chaotix mod in SLB2 is like one of the coolest things ever. Like just the presentation, the remix of like the Knuckles Chaotix theme is so fucking good. I had that in my head for ages. Tails giant art. Ghostbusters. Da 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 da. Ah! I wish Sonic games used those half pipes more in the level design, because I realized when going back to my video that, like, it's a thing Sonic can always do, but the levels don't always take big advantage of it. Again, like, other than, like, your spring yard zones and stuff. And, like, some of Sonic CD's little, like, time machines where you can just run back and forth. Fuck. Ah, first death. Yeah. No music. Yeah, let's not forget the glorious half pipes in Sonic Lost World that do nothing. I fixed it. Shit. Oh, just forcing me to go back here, I think? I don't know. See, I do have my little hack to read the chat a little bit, where I can just look at the OBS window on my right monitor while reading chat. Kinda makes it a little bit easier. Fuck, I hate these guys. Oh, that's so annoying. Can't even kill them. Pretty sure when I first streamed Mania and one of the developers showed up in the chat, I think he said they picked Metallic Madness specifically because they knew no one really liked it, and they wanted, like, okay, let's pick, like, a level that we can kind of, like, try to redeem a little bit. It's a cool idea. I just still think it's not a very great level in this game. I would love if Sega, like, saw Penny and was like, holy shit, maybe we should get these guys to make a Sonic game. Crazy idea. See, there's so much shit you can do just by bouncing Sonic off the fucking slopes, and I'm just like, why can't I do that in the other games? Why can't I do that in 3D? This is your favorite zone in Mania? Metallic Madness? I've never been a fan of this level. It's a little too stop and go for me. And I don't really like the Sonic CD fucking, like, spikes and shit everywhere. Oh, and this part you get locked in this. Oh wait, no, this is the actual boss. Okay, never mind. I was thinking the part where you have to fight the fucking, like, the little glowy guys. Maybe that's actually from CD. I don't even remember at this point. It's stop and go if you're bad? Yeah, I guess. No. Oh, interesting. I didn't remember that. They had to, like, patch in that you stay still at the start. So you don't just run straight to the right and then get immediately crushed. That's funny. Wait, no. Shit. Oh. Getting my count wrong. I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. This fucking song is so good. Wait, shit. Oh, I wanted to go. Didn't mean to do that. This is also my one example of an ethical use of rap music in Sonic, where it's just like in the background, you can barely hear it. It's not like overpowering the song in some like cringy, embarrassing way. Oh, come on. But this is why you listen to it. I need more jazz back in Sonic. I need more crazy solos. It's the best part of like the adventure music as well, just like the crazy guitar solos and shit. It's fucking awesome. Oh, I could have gone down there, but I didn't. I don't like dislike Sonic CD. I'm just not like super crazy on it. I just think the level design's kind of wacky. I really like what it's going for. It has some of the best like kind of Ludo narrative stuff in Sonic. You know, like telling the story through the gameplay, like the environmental theming, Eggman taking over the world, and like Sonic wanting to save it and stuff. I think that's like amazing. And the music's great. Game looks really good. I just think it could have been done a bit better, that's all. Fuck. Alright, I still got super. Oh weird, the super music comes back on just for this. Okay. Done? Alright, better get on one more turn. I re-listened to T-Lope's Green Grove remix again the other day, the Sonic 3D Blast one. That is fucking good as well. That is a really good remix. Has like another cool fucking funky solo through it. This transition stinks. Just like fades to black. You're like, oh, you're there now. Yeah, I think Act 1 is alright of Titanic Monarch. I like the background a lot. Yeah, Act 2 I'm kind of on, I don't know. The like 4 different pathways and shit. It's alright. I'm also not a huge fan of the music. I like what it's going for. It's just when I'm listening, if I'm listening to Sonic Mania's soundtrack, I'm like always going to be skipping this one. Because all the other tracks are just so much more like high energy, fun, funky for me. But it serves its purpose as like the menacing final level theme. I just don't find it as catchy. It's not the kind of thing I want to listen to on its own. Yeah, the enemies are cool. I miss when, you know, Sonic enemies were actually, like, creative and cartoony and fun. I love the badniks in Studiopolis. Little camera and like the microphones and stuff is so clever. Fuck. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good. Remember when these things came back in Superstars and they controlled really weirdly? I think they were trying to make them more intuitive, but like, as a longtime fan, it just really confused the fuck out of me. Oh shit, okay, I've been killed by those spikes many times. Oh, missed the shield, whatever. Don't need it. I hope that point came through in the video as well, where I talked about how, like, lives and rings only are useful for, like, new players, really. Like, elemental shields actually mean that, like, everyone gets something, because, like, skilled players will go, like, cool, now I have this elemental shield and I can do, like, Sonic's cool abilities and use them for getting around the levels and speedrunning and stuff. Whereas, like, for me, getting lives and rings is like, well, it's nice, but, like, it doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, at least there's Supersonic in this game, whereas, like, in Sonic Adventure, you can't go Supersonic. So, rings have, like, no purpose, I guess, other than, like, the Chow Shop thing, right? So I was just trying to make the point of, like, if you make your items, like, versatile, like the elemental shields, they're useful for new players because they still give them protection and stuff. But then, like, experienced players go like, cool, now fucking hell. Now I have, like, this new tool to play with. And it was the same thing I talked about in the roguelikes video, where I said, like, you know, the reason I prefer utility is the same reason that, like, if you're given the choice between a mushroom or a fire flower when playing Mario, everyone is going to pick the fire flower. Because the fire flower gives you a tool. It lets you do something you couldn't do before. The mushroom just gives you more health. And even then the fire flower gives you health anyway. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't you pick it? You know, like, why would you not want the extra utility? And that's the same thing with the elemental shields. Like, yeah, you could get some rings, or you could get a shield that gives you a new action to perform in the game. Like, one of those is much more appealing. I like this stuff. I like the bouncing around on the Metropolis Zone bumpers and shit. It's kind of cool. Oh, fucking this boss. Just fuck it. Death Egg. Yeah, Superstars didn't even have the elemental shields, did it? What the fuck was up with that? Guess they just wanted you to use the fucking emerald powers, even though only like 2 of them are any good. That's the thing as well, like, the idea of giving you, like, new powers for each Chaos Emerald is such a good idea. But they didn't, like, do anything with it. Like, they're either so boring and useless or they're way too broken, like the bullet power. That one is just fucked. Yeah, I guess having like 7 different abilities in like a traditional 2D platformer Sonic game's kind of hard. That's why, like, I think it would make more sense in like a Frontiers kind of thing. Like an open world 3D Sonic game. I think it makes a lot more sense to give Sonic new abilities with the emeralds. But then I guess you'd still want to make the emeralds optional, though, like to beat the game. Otherwise, it kind of robs the impact of the emerald giving you the power, because then it's just like, well, it's just a mandatory story thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, no, there was a spring here. I thought so. Oh, this is the one I just skipped. No, skip. There we go. And over here. Down here. I remember. Extending meter or increasing speed with the emeralds. That would be alright. I just think that's kind of boring. Of like, oh, it just makes a meter go up. Like, it would be fine. But I think I would prefer, like, Sonic gets like a new... I don't know if they're going to keep doing combat, like give him a new combat ability. Because I think I originally thought of it when I was doing that Platinum Games Sonic video, where I said, like, in this game, Sonic, you know, it's a combat game. Sonic has all these cool abilities, and when you get the Chaos Emeralds, you get a new one, or maybe it upgrades one that he already has, and then by the end of it, you get Super Sonic, which acts like Sin Devil Trigger in DMC5. There's like a transformation Sonic can briefly enter during combat, something like that, or just a regular Devil Trigger as well, you know? Would be his powered up mode. Although I guess if you had Shadow playable, you could have that built in with like the inhibitor rings or, you know, whatever. Alright, nothing up here, I don't think. This way, nope. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck. No. Okay, well, I don't know how I avoided that. I need to play Freedom Planet 2 again. I played it once with Lilac when it came out. Kind of forgot about it a bit. I want to go back and play that again as well. I remember liking it, I just felt the game went on for a very long time. It kind of dragged a bit by the end. That was also because, you know, I was playing through like the story mode, so there's a lot of cutscenes of just characters talking, and if I played it again, I'd probably just play the classic mode. But I still remember, like, enjoying the game, like, the game was good. Fuck. Yeah. Can't do that in 3D Sonic. Can't bounce off an enemy and keep your speed. I got one comment that was like, well, you don't need to use the homing attack, so all your criticisms are invalid or something, and I was like, but, I mean, part of the whole point I made is that it doesn't really matter if you use the homing attack or not. Like, Sonic's still got the same problems in his movement. It doesn't really matter. Unless they were, like, specifically referring to when I talked about the boost games, of how, like, in the boost games you can jump into enemies and, like, kind of keep your speed. But, like, you move so fast, it's, like, really hard to... Where the fuck? Oh, okay. It's really hard to actually target enemies properly with Sonic. I'd like to see the elemental shields expanded upon. More elements, ice and rock shield, but also the ability to stack them. 2 electric shields lets you triple jump. That would be fucking cool. SRB 2, I think, has, like... Not the stacking idea, but like the idea of letting you do a bit more, like having other shield elements and stuff, which is fun. I'm sad they're not like still working on Project Hero. Man, I'd love to have played that new build they had. I got so many comments like asking like, what Sonic fan games are these? Like, I want to play, what's this one? I can't, and I'm like, guys, if you watch the video, it literally says the name of every fan game on screen every time they show up. Every time they show up in the video. I think maybe except for when I'm talking about SRB2, because I've mentioned it by name in the video. But like every time the footage just shows up, In the top right corner, it says Sonic Breeze, work in progress, 2024. Yeah, I like that idea. It's kind of like an extra risk reward thing of like you can combine the powers, but you still lose them if you get hit once. Yeah, that'd be cool. They had to change this boss quite a bit with Plus as well, because you used to be able to just fucking steamroll it because the coils would break in a different order. Fuck. Oh shit. Well, like I think like the top ones would go away, and then so it was like easier to hit him. So you could just keep hitting him over and over, and you didn't have to do this part with the hands. I still don't really like that these aren't even really boss fights. You're just on a timer, really. Like, you just have to survive. You're not actually beating the heavies here. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it does speed it up. I don't know. From what I remembered, it was like, it's not really a fight. When I get a second hit in. You played Carol in what, Freedom Planet 2, and it was painful? I remember liking how she played in the first game. Ah shit, no. Fuck. Thank you, Tails. Okay, can't I just wait? Like, and that'll take, yeah. Yeah, I can't tell what the heavies are. I thought they were like rebelling against him, but then it looks like they're working with him. Like, yeah, it's very confusing. Because like Heavy King is like turning on him in the final boss. But then like here it's like they're working together. So is it like only Heavy King that's turning on him? Like what's going on? So you just stand in the middle so you don't get hit. No? Okay. So like, I don't get what the point of these are. It's kind of weird. Oh, shit. Wanted to bounce off him a few times. Oh, hello. What? Come on. I got no rings. Give me rings. This is the race one, right? Heavy Rider? Give me rings, please. Aren't there spikes I gotta look out for as well? Okay, rings, thank you. This kind of fuck with my eyes, it's like scrolling so fast. There we go. Come on. Huh. I don't think you can bounce on him because his iframes are too short. There we go. Yeah, see, originally you didn't even have to fight any of the heavies because you could beat Eggman here so quickly that it would just skip over the hands, like grabbing you to fight the heavies. Dude, I agree. Oh my god, yeah, to see what, like, the Mania team wanted before Sonic team were like, put old levels in. You should change this. Like, I'd be very curious to see, pardon me, what it was like. Fist bump. Move out of the way. You can see him. Final boss kind of sucks. It's like I don't know, it's alright, but again, I like what they're going for. Still don't really like it that much. I think Doomsday Zone was better. Yeah, not as good as the Sonic Frontiers boss fights, am I right, guys? I like that you can seamlessly kind of like go on the ground and then fly again. I think that's cool. I love Sonic Forces. It is so awesome. Nope. Come on. Yeah, I find it's kind of easier if you just go on the ground. I'm about to win the bad ending? Oh yeah, because he goes to forces. Is this the last hit? Nope, still more. There we go. And then I gotta hit Eggman. Die. Right, I completely forgot about, yeah, Encore mode kind of like setting up, yeah, like a weird other outcome, like Eggman gets sucked into the fucking black hole and shit, and they just never followed up on it. I mean, I didn't really expect they would. This ending's kind of lame too. It's like, oh cool, like animation, and then you look at it, it's like, oh, the characters just kind of stand there. It's not their fault. Budget. Yeah, not much of like a climactic, like, yeah, woo, kind of feeling. You're just kind of like, oh, it's over. Sonic died. This is a great credits theme. Also, the unused credits theme I'm a big fan of as well. I've been listening to that quite a bit recently. Sorry, I'm just checking these doorbell events, making sure no one's breaking into my house. Bow, 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 bow. I've mentioned this before, surely, but people were talking recently about like Sonic songs that use like little leitmotifs and bits from like other songs as well. Everyone here, like, you've all heard like the Mania theme sounds just like Puppet Panic, right, from Sonic 3D Blast. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Like it's the same one in Sonic Adventure, Twinkle Park, car racing. Like when they first showed off Sonic Mania, I was like, what the fuck? That's just the same theme again. And like no one else, like I never heard anyone else mention it. Not a single person. Everyone was like, oh, I love the Mania theme. And I'm like, yeah, but am I the only one that's like noticing that sounds just like this other song that already exists? I don't think it's a reach. It like the Mania theme is da 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 da, and Puppet Panic is da 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 da. Like they sound pretty fucking similar. Saw it everywhere in the comments for yeah. Is it Panic Puppet or Puppet Panic? I don't fucking remember. Hey Sonic, enjoy your future. It's gonna be fucking shit. YouTube's telling me you guys are about to get an ad break in approximately 42 seconds. Time for Sonic Mania 2. Can't wait to fight Zavok again. No, my Sukamimus keeps falling over. Say hello. Gets keyed out by the NVIDIA broadcast thing anyway. I don't know if I've shown this before actually. I have this little Celeste thing on my desk as well. I think this is from the Yeti. It's like one of those little acrylic stand things. They have some Hollow Knight ones, and I think some Mega Man X ones I've been tempted to get as well. But the Celeste one was cute, so I got it. Celeste is another game, wouldn't be bad to stream. I think Celeste is like maybe the best platformer ever made. You didn't like Celeste? Oh man, I loved it. I thought it was great, and like nice narrative implementation as well, without like chugging the game down. You know, like great platforming. You know, optional like opt-in B-side, C-side, strawberries and stuff. Like you don't have to do them, but you can do it if you want that extra challenge. And then the narrative all ties it together with like that really great like final climb. And then also like the bonus final levels like after the main game are really good too. What was it called? What were the final? There was like a post-launch update one that came in as well that was like super hard. Taught you to wave dash and shit. That one had like a specific name. It is quite rigid, I guess, but I don't know, there's also quite a bit of like, I guess it depends how much you learn sort of some of the advanced stuff of like the way you can like kind of wall cling without losing stamina, and yeah, like the wave dash when like you dash diagonally into the ground, a jump, and you get like a long jump out of that. I don't know how much you saw like any of that advanced stuff, but I don't know, I thought Celeste was great. But I think, in general, I would say I prefer more open-ended platformers. I agree. I still want to, you know, an open-ended 3D Sonic game on paper, you know, like what Frontiers kind of is, but, like, actually done a lot better. Yeah, this song, to me, I hear this, and I just, because I associate it with that opening animation, and I just, all I hear is like, Sonic is fucking back. Like that's what, like, I wouldn't call this doesn't sound quite like Sonic music to me, in quotes. Like the T-Lopes one definitely sounds more Sonic-y. But just the energy this music brings, and with that animation, I remember watching it and like fucking crying, just thinking like, holy fuck, Sonic is good again. Finally, Sonic is good again. Yeah, you can leave him alone, Eli. Doesn't matter. No, the Hyper Potions music, yeah, it's not like necessarily strictly a Sonic-y kind of sound. I don't mind it though. I think it's alright. Shame about one of the members of Hyper Potions. Unfortunate. It does clash a little bit, yeah, I agree. Oh, let me make that little poll. I'm just curious, like again, I'll probably still go with whatever I want, but... Hello, SS Jordan. You spelt my name wrong, but it's okay. It's alright. Metroid Prime Remastered, Jurassic World Evolution 2, which again is great for me to read chat nice and easily. What was the other one I was thinking of doing? Not Celeste. Different. That was another game I was thinking of streaming. Why am I forgetting it now? We talked about it earlier. There was another game I was thinking of streaming. Bayonetta. Yep, that was one of them. I won't put Helldivers on there because that'll just be whenever me and Prior actually fucking organize it. This will be for like my solo streams. Now, Animal Well, I've already... I mean, I could go back and I could speed run like the base game, but I don't know. Not base game, like the layer 1, you know? Not the second layer shit that I've been doing. Bubsy 3D, no. No. You ever play that Metroid Prime in 2D concept? Shame it was in dev hell for so long and got cancelled. I know what you're talking about. I have... Yeah, I do remember seeing that. I think these were the main options I wanted. There we go. Polls there. Again, I'll probably end up, you know, picking whatever I think, but just curious what everyone's leaning towards. And yeah, Bayonetta would probably be non-stop infinite climax. So I might be dying a lot, we'll see. I also have to check if the game still stutters really bad for me. I forgot it did this now, it's kind of cool. It gives you the total time and everything. What a great game. Did you guys see, hold on, I'll bring this up. I'll close the game and I'll bring this up in a sec. Someone, I think it was Pink Galaxy on Twitter, made some like Sonic fan art post like showing different Sega characters like reinterpreted, like basically following what they did with Honey the Cat, where she's like a character from Virtua Fighter? Was it Virtua Fighter? Or Fighting Vipers? One of the other Sega fighting games, and they took that character and turned it into a Sonic character. And so they took that concept and then made like Bayonetta as like a Sonic character and shit, and I was like, oh dude, this is so fucking cool. Like Bayo the butterfly. Can you revote? I don't know, can you? And again, it's not like any one of these options is like the only one I'll do. I'll probably do multiple streams next week. But you know, it's more of like what do people seem the most interested in first. Because I don't want to just be doing Sonic stuff, even though it brings in more people. I don't want to be stuck in the Sonic realm forever. Let me find that artist, that stuff, because it was really good. Here we go. Sorry. What's the best way for me to just put this on stream? I guess I can just switch to my desktop. Hold on. I get really paranoid whenever I like have to show my desktop, because I don't have like anything bad on it, but I'm just like, how do I know that like there's not some like personal information like somewhere, you know, like obvious on stream? I'm always paranoid about it. It's always in the back of my mind. Well, here, I can also just like literally post the link to the artwork in the chat so you can see it directly. That also works. I don't have any like shit like that on my computer, but it is just that thing where I'm like, hold on, like I'm looking at like I'm like, there's nothing like, I'm not gonna get like a notification pop up that's like a direct message from someone like, hey, I'm coming to your address at, you know, like I'm just always like paranoid that like something bad's gonna fucking happen. This should be fine, right? I don't have anything stupid on here. Here, look, switch over desktop. Look at that. That's so cool. The Pink Galaxy. Bayo the butterfly. Cool as hell. I can post links because it's my stream. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know that it's my stream. So I can do whatever I want. Bayo looks so bad? No, it's cool. Post link? I did. It's I can post it again. There you go. I'm still sad that Bayonetta never got to be in like the All-Stars racing games. Very unfortunate. She was too sexy. It was like the same thing with, that's why I thought she'd never get into Smash. I voted for Bayonetta in Smash. I think I've said this before, but like when when she got into Smash, I like wanted to fucking scream at the top of my lungs. I was so excited because like I love Bayonetta and I thought, oh, she'll fit perfectly in Smash, but it was also like there's no way. Like it was like the impossible thing of like, yeah, I'll vote for Bayonetta, but there is no way she'll ever get into the game. It's just not possible. And then she did anyway. Like it was nuts. Was Ultimate her first Smash appearance? No, it was Smash for Wii U. She was like the final DLC character. And the coolest fucking shit, the coolest shit is just the way Sakurai builds up those reveals. Where like he's on the direct, all right guys, we've done many reveals for Smash, but this is finally the climax. And I was immediately like, it's Bayonetta. Like it has to be Bayonetta. It has to be because like they use climax as like the difficulty selections and they always say shit like that. Like all over the box art on the back, it's always like this sexy witch like makes angels meet their maker. Brace yourself for the climax. And like everything uses the word climax for everything. They call it a non-stop climax action game. So when he said that, I was like, I know it's Bayonetta. It can't be anything else. But then it cut and you see like Pit fighting and like Palutena is talking. Yeah, and I thought like, oh fuck, no, it's gonna be fucking like Hades or something. It's gonna be another Kid Icarus character. Oh fuck this. But then you realize it's just a setup because Pit's an angel and Bayonetta fights angels. And yeah, the camera moves up to the moon. And before she even starts talking, I was like, no way, it's fucking Bayonetta. It has to be. It's the full moon. Like it can't be anything else. So that, yeah, I don't have like a recording of it or anything. But the reveal of Bayonetta in Smash was like that is maybe the most excited I've ever been for like anything. I was like just the shock of like no fucking way did they put in the witch who fucking gets naked and shoots guns out of her high heels and like summons giant demons to rip apart other demons and shit and angels and stuff. No way will she get into the game. I mean, they did tone down the nudity a little bit. Yeah, and then also, yeah, in Wii U, I remember liking her a bit more, but now in Ultimate, I was kind of like, I don't know, I find it hard to play in Ultimate. There's like something weird about her where I just can't do it. I can't like, I don't know, I haven't played in a while, but I just remember I would play Ultimate and go like, I'm not feeling this. Like, I can't get... No, it's not... Okay, she's not stronger when she's naked. Her clothes are made of her hair, which she also uses to open the portals and like summon the giant demon like hands and feet and stuff. Where like it's kind of unclear. In the first game, they look like the demons are made of her hair, but then later it's more like no, it is literally the demons, but she's like holding them back with her hair, I think. So it was the idea of like, well, if she's using her hair to summon the demons, then like, well, she only has so much, right? So like, what's gonna happen to her clothes? I guess they have to come off. Which in like any other game, I would say that's the stupidest shit ever. I can't take this seriously. I don't like it. This is clearly made for like fucking gooners. But Bayonetta is like the one exception where she is so cool and she's so funny as a character where I'm just like, nope, this is fine. I actually love this. This is so funny. You know, I've played Bayonetta like in front of my parents and shit, and like I don't care. They think it's funny. Like it's a funny game. Bayonetta never feels like it's trying to like turn you on. It feels like it's trying to make you laugh and think that like Bayonetta is a really cool character. Yeah, like she's so fucking awesome. You know, and like Dante does like stupid crazy stuff. He doesn't have like the sex appeal thing, but like, you know, Dante does like wacky shit all the time. And Bayonetta is just doing that, but they took an angle of like, let's make her like a hypersexual like dominatrix kind of thing. Hey, I've known I've known about fucking Gooners for a long time before it became this big popular thing because they talk about it all the time on Jar Media. It's the podcast run by Alex from IHE, I Hate Everything. They've been talking about that shit for like 4 years now. Like they found all those old fucking subreddits like a long, long time before they became like really popular now. But yeah, I Bayonetta is a game. I'll like I'm not fucking embarrassed to play Bayonetta at all. But someone like Stellar Blade, I don't know. I don't know if I could play Stellar Blade in front of people and not be a little bit like. I mean, maybe if I was like on the plane, if I'm on the plane playing Bayonetta, like just playing it would be okay. But then when it gets like the cutscenes, where she's like naked and dancing around, maybe I'd be a little bit like, just tilt that away a little bit, just so I don't know, look completely insane. But for the most part, I think everyone knows like, no, Bayonetta is funny, and she's like a cool character, whereas Stellar Blade is like anime waifu with like giant jiggling appendages, where it feels a lot more like it's trying to wink wink at you, like, yeah, pretty cool, right? And I hate that shit. That's why I don't like anime. It's also why I actually don't like the Bayonetta anime, like the Bayonetta anime movie. I feel like they completely missed the point of see, these used to be, that should be Bayonetta there. You can see that's Jean, but she's gotten all fucked. The Metroid database stickers like the only ones that have held up on here. But the Bayonetta ones, the Chow ones, that was like a two Chow there. They're all like getting gross. The Sonic ones from Moogie Mikey at Sonic Grove, that one's still looking alright. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, the Bayonetta anime. It like, yeah, it makes her sexual stuff a lot less like power fantasy kind of stuff, and a lot more like your traditional anime. Like, look at how hot the main character is, guys. She's taking a bath. Whoa, like, and I don't like that. Yeah, I would watch Ghibli stuff. I would watch that. I feel more shame playing Sonic games on my phone than Bayonetta. Yeah, yeah. There was a Bayonetta anime movie. It's called Bayonetta Bloody Fate. Like the animation's okay, but it's just like there's such a difference in, you know, when Bayonetta gets naked in the games, it's more of like this extravagant like 3D camera move, and she's doing like a crazy pose and she's flipping around, and it's funny. In the anime, when she does that, it's like literally camera close up on her boobs with like the hair all like twisting in and like just barely covering, and I'm like, nah, this feels gross. I don't like this. This feels voyeuristic. You know, the difference of like of like watching someone without like their consent necessarily, whereas like in the games she's so much more of like she's a performer, like she's doing it on purpose. She's getting naked knowing that people are watching her because it's funny. Like she's taunting her enemies with that presentation of her body and like her actions. Whereas when it is just like she's transforming, like put the camera right in like on her body, that's when I'm like, nah, I don't like that. That feels kind of gross to me. So I don't know. That's my Bayonetta sexy I mean, I kind of talked about this a bit in the Bayonetta 3 video of like the difference of like in Bayo 3 they cut down a lot on like the sexy stuff kind of, so then when they do use it, it feels kind of weird. Yeah, I know there'd be good anime out there I like. It's just it's the broad stroke stuff. I'm like, I don't like it. But a lot of the visual stuff and the musical things of anime that I have seen, I'm like, oh, I would like Lupin the Third and Cowboy Bebop and Ghibli stuff. All of that I would watch, and I do want to watch them. Well, I know I'm explaining it nonchalantly because it's like that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. We all know Bayonetta is like a sexy character. You know, like there's no point hiding around it and being like colorful with the language or anything. Like, you know, you just like Bayonetta is a witch who gets naked. Like that that's how it is. And she does like stripper moves and shit. Like you literally get on like a big pole and pole dance around it to like attack enemies or to like open a giant gate. It's funny because it never feels like it's trying to. It never feels like you're supposed to play. like play the game with one hand, you know? Like it's still a very demanding action game that is meant to be played like an action game. It's just also trying to make you laugh and make you like fall in love with the character, not in like a sexual way, but just in like a I love this character, she's so cool and so funny. In the same way that I love like Dante and Raiden and stuff. And Nero and Virgil, where they're just so fucking cool. Like I remember though, I think it was Yahtzee in his video on the torture attacks are funny as well. Yeah, like kind of sadistic, but also like they're like bad guys and like gross, ugly angels, so they're just kind of funny. Yeah, I think in Yahtzee's video on Bayonetta years ago, he played like the new Tomb Raider game, and he said like, he said if I had to pick between like Lara Croft and Bayonetta, I would rather have sex with Lara Croft, but I would rather be stuck on a train for like 3 hours with Bayonetta because she feels like a real person, like she feels like an interesting character I could have a conversation with. And I was kind of like, yeah, shit. Like the Lara Croft is like the new Lara Croft is meant to be like the much more narrative driven, like strong character thing. But like I still find Bayonetta like a more like engaging, interesting. Like I would if she was like a real person, I would just want to be like, hey, like I would just want to like talk to her, you know, like she's cool. I don't know, like arguably kind of the same with Samus, except Samus is a little bit more of a blank slate because she doesn't have much like. Samus is a much more reserved character, you know. I don't think you'd get much out of her trying to talk as much. Whereas Bayonetta feels like you could sit down and have like a glass of wine. Well, wine's gross, but you know, you could talk to this person. She's not a sex object. I think Samus does have personality. It's conveyed through subtext though, her compassion, but also her like ferocity and drive and determination and like self. I get like determination, like her own willingness to do things the way she wants to. There's a whole world we never get to see of her working for Enzo and shit. Yeah, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I always want to know what like her and Jean are up to, and I don't mean that in like the gay way, but just like I want to know what they actually just like do day to day, because it's like implied they live together, and that they have some kind of like work arrangement with Enzo and Rodin and stuff. So I always just want to know like what do they do day to day, because you know like you can see they like going like shopping and stuff. But yeah, I'm always interested. I wonder if that risque game over animation from Super will ever come out. Is that like, do you mean like when Samus dies and like a suit comes off? There used to be like a version where she was like fully naked. I don't know about that. I don't really care. I mean, I guess it's like interesting for preservation if someone finds it, but I don't really care. I don't need to see it. If I was a bounty hunter, I would drink my sorrows away in a bar somewhere. Well, yeah, that's kind of what like some of the ending things in like Zero Mission imply. That's another like that. I kind of feel the same way with Samus, where like I like those little windows into seeing what she does, like after a mission or just day to day. What does she do outside of these big genocidal missions and shit? Lara Croft doesn't get naked on purpose. Lame character. Yeah, wasn't there a thing in like one of the games where she would like in the original ones where she would go near like a pool of water and go like, "Oh damn, I just really wish I could have a swim right now," or something. And there was like a cheat code, like a fake cheat code that was like Lara Croft naked, and you'd put it in and she'd explode, something like just to fuck with people. That's kind of funny. I kind of like that. So it looks like Bayonetta's winning the poll, which is good. I'm very happy to play more Bayonetta. I just need to figure out. I'd have to test beforehand. Can I play the game without it fucking stuttering on me? Because when I've played on PC recently in Bayo 1, the stuttering is so bad. It just like pauses for no reason in the middle of playing. Is it weird if I don't care about Rouge's breasts? No, you don't need to care about them. You don't need to have an opinion on them if you don't want. I know one of my friends. She's very, very into Rouge. She's a very big fan of Rouge the Bat, and she's very annoyed at how often about how how Sega nerfs her and a lot of the recent stuff. I don't know. I don't really care too much. Yeah, so we can do Bayonetta next week. I might have a couple things on next week I got to do, but for the most part, I'm just doing Blender stuff, just relearning things. Does anyone have any like last minute questions, anything? Because we're just kind of wrapping up at the end here. Yeah, I'll definitely do some non-stop infinite climax. That's what it's called. That is what the final difficulty of Bayonetta is called. I'll try and do some of that. I mean, or I could just play on like hard or whatever instead, but you know. Who is my favorite heavy of the hard-boiled heavies? I guess Heavy Shinobi. I mean, I like the boss anyway. A critique on Young Sheldon? Fuck off. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm not fucking doing that. So am I assuming there's like a bunch of people here that like haven't even played Bayonetta or like aren't that familiar with it, and that's why everyone's like surprised when I'm explaining it? Why am I in the void? Hold on. Here, look. We'll fix it. Ta-da! There we go. Now you can see my background. You can see my Bayonetta poster there, which is all like glared up from the window over there, but whatever. I don't know what a Bayo is. Oh, you've played Cereza and the Lost Demon? I want to get to that. I just don't want to spend like $80 on it, or even like 40, because it's not a Bayonetta game, you know? It's like it's a Bayonetta spin-off storybook game thing. And after the story of Bayonetta 3 being as terrible as it was, really not like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play a storybook spin-off game about this character you fucking ruined in the third game. I'm still like mad about that, of what they did to her in the third one. Yeah, I mean, the story in Bayo 1 and 2 is not good, but like the character of Bayonetta is great. Like Bayonetta and Jean are like great characters. And they go on like a wacky, funny adventure, even if it doesn't really make much fucking sense. You can like see what they're trying to do. When you get to Bayo 3 and it's like, what the fuck? What is happening? And also, what have you done? What have you done to Bayonetta? She's not the same character anymore. Okay, so I was one of those people, kind of virtuous Azon, but not. I wasn't explicitly mad that she wasn't like gay or in a relationship with Jean. That's not necessarily the issue. It was the way they forcefully paired her up with Luca for like no fucking reason, out of nowhere, and just like the context surrounding it was like, huh? The guy who you met when you were a baby? When you were a child? Because this is like the timeline thing, like you were a child, went to the future, met him, he looked after you, went back in time, grew up to fall in love with him? That's fucking weird. And also this character that you've clearly like never liked ever. Like he's barely in the second game, and one of the only interactions is when she kicks him off a cliff. Like I don't feel any affection there. And then out of nowhere they're like, yeah, she loves him, and they have a kid. And like, whoa, okay, where the fuck did this come from, dude? Like it's not that she's straight. I mean, she could, she could be bisexual or whatever. It's not that necessarily she's in a straight relationship, even though it still does kind of feel a bit like queer baiting, the stuff with Jean, especially in the second game. It's like not subtle in the second game, that they might do things together. So like, yeah, it was more of just like you took this character who had no interest in this fucking loser dude and then paired them up for no reason. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she likes fucking with him. Because everyone points to the line in like the first game where she talks about like I have no interest in children, but making them on the other hand. And so like I use that line where she says I have no interest in children to say why would she have a kid? And everyone got mad. I cut out the part where she says, but making them on the other hand is like, you know, I like having sex. Which I always sort of like, well, yeah, like that doesn't have to do with the fact she doesn't want kids, but also like, I'm not saying she can't be bisexual. Also, she could just be lying. She could be fucking with them because that's what she does. She like plays up the sexual thing and she's clearly fucking with this guy because she can tell that he likes her. So I always thought I didn't like I sometimes in my little brain I like to headcanon the idea that Bayonetta is asexual because I think it's really funny. I think it makes it so much funnier if you imagine that she's like, no, I don't actually like do that. I don't like anyone like that. I just like to get naked and like dance around because it's funny. Bayonetta character analysis video. I mean, it's in the Bayo 3 video a little bit. Some of that stuff, like a small amount, just comparing the games. And yeah, like it's not necessarily oh she's in a straight relationship so it's bad. She's not with Jean so it's bad. But it is just like what, like I just said, if you're going to pair her up with someone at all, which you don't have to do, why would you pick fucking like it should have been Jean? Like that's the only obvious answer. They literally fucking live together already. There's like artwork of her like waking Jean up in the morning and stuff, and then like in their fucking pajamas and stuff together. Seems pretty fucking obvious to me, but you know, whatever. Didn't Yahtzee say Bayonetta is like Dante but a man? I mean, like basically, it's the same creator, Tadeki Kamiya. He made Dante and then he made Bayonetta, and Beautiful Joe, Wonderful 101, all that stuff. So she is like, yeah, like kind of a female Dante, but just with like a strong sexual component, which I guess you could argue is like that was the angle they took of like, well, she's a woman, so she has to be sexy, or we have to make like a sexual angle to it. But I think the way they did it felt natural and didn't feel like a tokenistic thing of like, well, she's a woman, so there has to be a like a sexual component. That's one of the things I don't really like about 2B from Nier Automata. I think she has a cool design, and there's obviously like, you know, a sex appeal kind of thing to it. She has like a little bit of like a cleavage window thing in her dress, and she's got like a short skirt and leg like stockings and stuff. But her design isn't like explicitly super on the nose, like not like Bayonetta where she's in like a skin tight latex thing with like all that kind of shit and like gets naked. And I don't like how 2B, yeah, they kind of have. She herself is clearly not like a sexual character. She's all like emotions are prohibited, but then there's things where you can like blow her up so her dress comes off and you can see her ass and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I don't like this. This feels weird. I don't like it. It's the whole thing to me of like, you know, a character like Bayonetta can literally get naked, and I'm like, yep, that's fine because like she's doing it. She's choosing to do it. It's like the difference between, like I've never understood, I've never understood the desire to like look up like women's dresses. I've always found that really fucking weird and creepy because it's obviously like, well, they're wearing that so you don't see it, right? Whereas if they were just wearing like pants or like a swimsuit or something, you would see like their butt anyway or their legs. So it's like if they're wearing a dress, it means you don't look there. You know, so it's like that's like the difference to me. It's like a character like Bayonetta is choosing not to wear those things anyway, compared to a character like 2B who is wearing that. That to me says like, okay, that's off limits. Like, I don't need to see that. Yeah, this was a Sonic Mania stream. Sorry, just figured we'd sit around a little bit after a while people are still here. This stream took a turn to Goontown. Yeah, there's just I don't like the weird like creepy undertones with that, you know? Yeah, I just don't understand anime. I just don't get it. They do that shit in like a Metroid Other M as well, where like Samus's armor like turns off when she's stressed or like can't focus or something. I'm like, why? I don't need to see her like body all the time when she, especially when she's in like vulnerable moments. I mean that can like kind of work like an Alien thing where like Ripley, you know, she's like in a like underwear in the finale of Alien to show that she's vulnerable, but like I don't know. But that was like an intentional choice. She's like, all right, I'm safe, you know, let me like get changed, and then the alien comes out again. But for Samus to just be like, oh no, oh god, my armor's coming off. Oh, that is like full on anime shit that I fucking hate. All right. Any last things? I feel like I'm kind of wrapping up it. Yeah, Other M sucks. Astral Chain was all right. I didn't really like it that much though. I had a lot of issues with it. I played it as research before playing Bayonetta 3. I'm not streaming Other M. I've barely played that game. It's fucking shit. I had to play a tiny bit of it for the 3D Sonic video because I was talking about Other M, and I had to get footage of it. And Metroid Other M is the console Metroid game that like killed the series. Had like a huge cinematic narrative focus and like killed Samus as a character. Not literally, but like made Samus like a really boring character who takes orders from a bunch of men. Like, oh, Samus, you're not authorized to use your power-ups because fuck you. Yeah, very, very bad game. Could Sega pay you to defeat the Dark Dragon in Sonic Superstars? I mean, I need money, so sure, but like how much are they going to pay me? I need something. I need more than nothing. All right, so I guess next week we'll probably come back with Bayonetta. What are the actual poll results? Oh, Metroid Prime Remastered is just scraping in just under Bayonetta. Okay. We'll see. What's my favorite game franchise of all time? I mean, like, technically it's Sonic, but I don't actually like a lot of Sonic stuff. Metroid would probably be like my go-to favorite game series where I actually like a lot of the games. And like Bayonetta and DMC and stuff are there as well. But, you know. Technically it's Sonic, but like I don't actually like a lot of Sonic stuff. So that's kind of a tricky call to make. But yeah, I mean, over here on my shelf, you can't see it, but I've got, actually, I think there's a thing I can like send my phone's camera to my computer wirelessly and like use that as a camera. I don't know if I should do that. But right here next to me, I've got a big glass shelf, and I've got like Sonic stuff up the top, a Bayonetta like DMC shelf, Metroid shelf, and then like some other Sonic stuff. Hold on, I don't remember how I do it. I don't remember how I do the camera thing. I think it's under like the phone link, Microsoft phone link. Metroid is my favorite game series. Yeah, like, so, you know, Sonic is inarguably something that I'm very attached to. And I'll always like stick around to see what they're doing. But it doesn't mean I don't actually think it's like that great, I guess. How do I know I did this recently. Like I don't know how I did it, but I just did. I like somehow got my phone's camera onto my computer like really easily. I look like I need sleep. I do look a little red at the moment. I think that's more from my light and the lack of like sunlight coming through here because I got my window shut. Videos. How do I? Someone remind me how I do this. I don't even remember how I get it on here. Favorite franchises, whichever one you have the most merch of. I mean, I have a lot of Sonic shit. So, hold on. Android phone camera on PC. That's not what I use. This is telling me to download some other fucking program or whatever. Hold on. You know, it would just be easier if I just like tilted my webcam over. I just didn't want to have to pick it up and move it. And like ruin the position, but this should be all right. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. All right, I'm trying to remember where it is now so I can put it back so it doesn't ruin like the framing for the rest of the streams. Hold on. All right, picking it up. Okay. There's like the shelves. There's the Sonic Lego and like my Mega Drive and Mega Drive Sonic games. Hold on. I should put the lights on. It has lights. One sec. Now you might be able to see it better. There you go. Sonic Lego, Mega Drive games, there's other Metroid posters there and Sonic stuff. Bayonetta shelf with like other stylish action games as DMC's, Wonderful 101, Metroid shelf down there, and then like Sonic Lego and stuff. I do not have the original Sonic CD or Sega CD, no. Or 32X or anything like that. Alright, put that back where it belongs. Okay, we're gonna call it there. I don't think there's any more important questions. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'll try and come back and stream next week. We can play Bayonetta. Where do I buy this Sonic merch? A lot of places. I mean, all these posters. These are all from Sonic Revolution. That one is from Rihanna, like Steven Rihanna, Bellina Productions. Sonic Lego. I mean, just Lego. You can get that anywhere. Games are all from like eBay and stuff. There's a bunch more stuff over to my side here. I can post pictures on the Discord if you guys want to see more of them. So join the Discord, I guess, if you want me to send more Sonic shit that I have. Cool. All right. I need to hurry up and end this. Why is Sonic Frontiers so peak? Goodbye.